It's Wednesday, February 11. Good morning and welcome to News Morning. I am Cookie, and coming up in the headlines, NDC parliamentary candidate-elect for Ayawaso East, Baba Jamal, granted self-recognizance bill after being charged with abetment of assault, obstruction of justice, and corruption-related offenses. Meanwhile, Baba Jamal cleared to represent NDC in the March 3 polls. Residents of Kumasi voiced concerns over Swame interchange redesign, warning changes could disrupt traffic flow. Transparency International urges a stronger anti-corruption action after Ghana's Corruption Perception Index (CPI) performance stagnates over a 5-year period. All these and more coming up this morning. Baba Jamal has been cleared by the party to represent the party in the Ayawaso East constituency into the by-election. The General Secretary of the party, Fifi Kwete, told journalists that the results could have been annulled, but the party has no provision to do so, noting that all the aspirants were cited to have engaged in the misdemeanor. Stanley Newblow was at the NDC's headquarters where the 3-member committee presented its report to the Functional Executive Committee.
Following the fallout from the Ayawaso East NDC parliamentary primaries over the weekend, the Functional Executive Committee of the NDC constituted a 3-member committee chaired by Totobi Kwachi to probe the alleged inducement of vote buying that ensued that day. Today, the 2 committees have met, and the 3-member committee.
Well, still on this very matter, the NDC parliamentary candidate for the Ayawaso East constituency, Baba Jamal, has been granted a self-recognizance bill after being charged with abetment of assault, obstruction and corruption-related activities. According to his lawyer, Baba Jamal will file his nomination with the Electoral Commission tomorrow. Here is lawyer Victor Kojoga Dawudu explaining what transpired at the OSP earlier yesterday.
I think on the election day, around 3:25, he received a letter from the OSP inviting him to come and answer some issues on corruption and corruption-related issues in the election. So once he had the letter, the person brought it to him, and he was looking at it, reading it. So I believe one of his security aides and others realized that the gentleman was secretly recording what they were saying, so I think one of them called him to delete what was. And the people were incensed because we were coming to just deliver a letter, and you are now recording the person without his consent. So I think that is what also, when they brought the letter, we went, and they said they were investigating us for abetment, for assault on a duly authorized person from the OSP, to they said obstruction or from performing his duties under the OSP Act, and 3, corruption and corruption-related issues. These are charges leveled that they are investigating for. He has denied that he never assaulted the gentleman. He rather called in the police, the command from Nima, to come and protect him from the angry people who were around. So he never assaulted him. If somebody has assaulted him, he hadn't seen. 2, he never obstructed him from what he has to do. And 3, the journalist asked him that his allegation that TV is being shared from your camp, and he was not aware. So we were there. We gave them our side of the story. They wrote our statement, and eventually we finished around 1. We had to wait for some number of hours until the bail conditions from their superiors was communicated to them, and they granted us bail.
So Baba Jamal, as we speak, has been granted bail?
Yeah, he's been granted bail.
What was the condition?
Oh no, self-recognizance bail. He's a public person. He's been a minister. He's been in public office for all this while. Where is he running away to? The only little issue we had was they wanted to take his phone, and for them to do, we said, look, you can clone the phone. There's nothing on it. If you want it, Why? We are ready to cooperate with you.
Is the phone with the OSP?
Yes, as we speak, yes, his phone is with them. We have an election to pursue. That election is once you file nomination tomorrow, then you begin. Anytime they need us, they will call us.
What's the latest on the investigation by the NDC, the party itself?
Yes, we've appeared before the team, the investigating panel. Let me really put it that it is clear, let it be clear that what the party has put in place is to gather some evidence and substantiate some allegations that are being made. It is a fact-finding also to put all. It is not a criminal investigating because they don't have that jurisdiction.
Well, maybe still related to corruption. Let's take this story. Ghana has once again recorded a Corruption Perceptions Index score of 43 out of 100, placing the country 76th out of 182 countries assessed globally in Transparency International's 2025 CPI report. But what is accounting for this stagnated score? Judith Brown reports.
The score shows that Ghana's anti-corruption efforts are yet to make significant impact as the country continues to struggle with persistent corruption, weak enforcement of laws, and fragile state institutions. Although the score represents a slight improvement from 42 in 2024, Transparency International says the change is not statistically significant under its methodology.
Over the years, we have perceived that when we pass laws and we establish institutions, that is enough to fight corruption or to indicate our commitment to fight corruption. What we lose sight of is the fact that if you don't resource the institutions, they will be dysfunctional. If the laws are not implemented, they will not be able to do anything. That is missing on us. So year in, year out, regime after regime, the laws are reviewed, the new ones are passed, the institutions are set up, and then that is it.
Historically, Ghana's highest CPI score was 48 in 2014. Since then, the country experienced a steady decline, hitting 40 in 2017 before a modest recovery to 41 in 2018 and 2019. From 2020 to 2025, Ghana's score has largely stagnated at 43, raising concerns about limited progress despite repeated reform promises. Although there have been renewed transparency efforts in 2025, including actions by the Office of the Special Prosecutor, Transparency International has blamed the decline in public confidence on perceived politicization of the judiciary and law enforcement, highlighted by the dismissal of the former Chief Justice.
Every year, various indices, good governance indices or anti-corruption indices are used or weighted in the calculation of the CPI. So you would find that this year, Transparency International used civic space, independence of the judiciary, the integrity of public office as some of the key drivers of corruption. So all these come together to shape a perception of respondents.
The organization is calling for urgent reforms to strengthen accountability and rule of law, beginning with measures to reinforce judicial independence and fast-track the establishment of dedicated anti-corruption courts. It is also urging the adoption of full implementation of the National Ethics and Anti-Corruption Plan as a framework for coordinated action against corruption. In addition, Transparency International is advocating for reforms to political party financing to improve transparency and reduce the influence of money in politics. The organization further emphasized the need to protect the civic space and media freedom, promote ethical business practices, and tighten oversight over designated non-financial businesses and professions. Judith Brown, TV3 News, Accra.
Let's head for some other stories, especially relating to roads. The Ministry of Roads and Highways' decision to review the design of the 4-tier Swami interchange has sparked mixed reactions from residents and road users who are concerned about what the changes could mean for traffic, businesses, and daily life in the city. Our reporter Ibrahim Abubakar has been engaging residents in Kumasi and filed this report.
The Swami Interchange project, once described as a game changer for urban mobility in Kumasi, has been left in this dusty and abandoned state for several months. Originally scheduled for completion in 2024, work on the 4-tier interchange stalled due to funding challenges, bringing construction to a standstill. Today, the impact is clearly visible. Traffic congestion on this stretch has worsened. Frustrated commuters and motorists late last year staged series of protests demanding the immediate resumption of work.
The dust on this stretch is choking us and affecting our daily lives.
However, following the change in government, the Ministry of Roads and Highways indicated that there were no available funds to continue with the original scope of work. Government has now announced a review of the design, scaling it down from a 4-tier interchange while introducing an additional component, which is the construction of the Kumasi Outer Ring Road under the Big Push initiative.
It is important to note that not a single pesewa is being diverted from the original project, but in addition, over 3 billion has been committed into the network just on the Outer Ring Road alone. The Swami Interchange is indeed part of the Big Push project in Kumasi, and we are committed to ensuring that the people of Kumasi get value for money.
Although officials say the Outer Ring Road network will divert heavy traffic bound for northern Ghana away from the city center and ease congestion in Kumasi, residents remain divided in their views on the decision.
If you know you have, you want to continue the way it started, but don't change it. For that money that he have for now, and he think maybe that's what he have that he can do. No, you should hold that money and get loan and add it to complete the contract.
At that time, up to now,
the previous government began this project, but till date, it has not seen the light of day. If the current government is prepared to redesign it and see it through to completion, we support that decision. The 4-tier design was good, but if the current government says the available funds require a new review of the project, then so be it.
This corridor serves as a major gateway linking Kumasi to the northern parts of the country and also functions as an international transit route. The project, when completed, is expected to significantly improve urban mobility in the city and in the Ashanti region. Ibrahim Abubakar, TV3 News, Kumasi.
Thank you, Ibrahim. And now, in other matters, government's plan to rename Kotoka International Airport, as announced last week, has sparked an intense national debate. The move follows a petition calling for the removal of Lieutenant General Emmanuel Kwesi Kotoka's name, a key figure in the 1966 coup that overthrew Kwame Nkrumah's government from the airport. But who was Kotoka and why is his legacy so divisive? TV3's Faisal Abdul Idrisu has more in the following report.
Born in September 1926 in Alakle, a small fishing community now in the Angloga district of the Volta region, Lieutenant General Emmanuel Kwesi Kotoka had his early education in Alakle and middle school in Angloga before venturing into trade as a coatsmith. This is his maternal home, and it was here in Alakle that he began his basic education, but had to move to Angloga because there was no middle school at the time. After middle school, He trained as a goldsmith and plied his trade here for some time. He would later be enlisted into the Gold Coast Regiment in 1947 at the age of 20. Kotoka's influence in the army grew, rising through the ranks to become a prominent national figure. In 1963, Kotoka was awarded the Ghana Service Order following his return from a heroic UN peacekeeping mission in Congo. He frequented Alakble when he was in the military, and so that is when we got to know him better. Records at the time showed he was a very brave officer. His exploits in Congo during a peacekeeping mission leading a Ghanaian battalion distinguished him. On February 24, 1966, Kotoka became a leading figure in a coup that ousted Dr. Nkrumah's government, codenamed Operation Cold Chop, which effectively terminated Ghana's First Republic. But just a year after, he was killed in a failed counter-coup, codenamed Guitar Boy, led by Lieutenant Moses Yeboah and Lieutenant Sam Atta, who were later tried and sentenced to death by a military tribunal. General Kotoka was killed at a spot in front of the then Accra International Airport, which was renamed as the Kotoka International Airport. Back in his paternal home of Fiaho, also in the Anglo Enclave, Lieutenant General Kotoka has been immortalized.
Along with Anglo tradition, part of his remains, after his burial in Accra, they brought the remains here and buried it. So this is his final resting place. It's a monument for the people of Fiaho, and it will let the people of Fiaho emulate his bravery. It serves as a reminder. He contributed to the development of Ghana because at that time it was one party. Had it not been his intervention, we wouldn't have been enjoying the multi-party system we are having today.
This statue here, erected on the tomb of General Ike Kotoka, serves as a stark reminder of his contributions to the development of Ghana, according to residents here in Fiaho, his paternal hometown. As to where we stand as far as the debate around the renaming of the Kotoka International Airport is concerned, I want you to share that with us. Faisal Abdul-Idrisu, TV3 News.
Thank you, Faisal. Meanwhile, President Mahama will lead an emergency cabinet meeting today, Wednesday, February 11, 2026, to discuss the cocoa sector's financial crisis. The meeting comes amid mounting concerns over delayed payments to cocoa farmers and broader financial operational challenges confronting Cocoa Board.
Cocoa farmers across the country have been complaining about unpaid monies owed by the Ghana Cocoa Board for cocoa beans supplied since November 2025. The Licensed Cocoa Buyers Association of Ghana, during an engagement with the media on February 5, demanded an immediate roadmap from government on new financing modules for the cocoa sector.
Since 2013, Cocoa Board has become a dumping ground for political food soldiers. The one very professional organization with top-notch technocrats with deep institutional memory has lost its shine due to the depth of knowledge available. Hitherto, only the chief executive is politically exposed, and with time, the three deputy chief executives were also political appointees.
The minority in Parliament has also waded in, calling on government and Cocoa Board to immediately settle the arrears and apologize to farmers for the hardship caused. In response, Cocoa Board has announced that it has begun making payments to licensed cocoa buyers LBCs, while the board is also exploring new financing arrangements aimed at long-term stability. The Chief Executive Officer of Cocoa Board, Dr. Randy Abe, over the weekend on Key Point, detailed the challenges bedeviling the state agency, making it difficult to settle cocoa farmers.
Now, the LBC is giving the farmer 5,040, and you are using that 5,040 to settle a 2,600 contract signed in 23-24 but not delivered. So you have to then give the FOB, the LBC, that difference So that is how worse the situation had become.
With unpaid cocoa farmers bearing the brunt and going through economic hardships, President Mahama has called for an emergency cabinet meeting scheduled for Wednesday, February 11, 2026. The emergency cabinet meeting is expected to focus on government interventions to address liquidity challenges in the cocoa value chain. Cocoa farmers whose produce are yet to be purchased, as well as those yet to be paid after selling their cocoa beans, will be waiting to see what the outcome of the cabinet meeting will be. Their prayer is that they are paid and their beans bought to ensure that their livelihoods are protected.
And we all say amen to that prayer. And that will be all for News Morning. Thank you for watching. I am Kukiti. New Day continues after this short break.
MGText.Africa
or call 054 788 6258.
Why settle for a bouquet when you can have a vacation?
Join us at the Chill River Resort in Cape Town,
where the world stops and the focus is entirely on the two of you, just you and your lover.
From the 13th of February to the 15th,
we're leaving the chaos of a crowd behind for a weekend of intimacy and play.
Think boat cruise,
the heat of a bonfire, and the kind of serenity that lets you explore every moment together.
Limited rooms are available for just 2,200 Ghana cedis only to enjoy 2 nights of luxury and pleasure,
inclusive of special decor, candlelight dinner, and wine on arrival for you.
The room is ready. Are you?
Visit MGText.Africa
or call 054 788 6258 to book now.
The most intimate Valentine yet is waiting.
We're starting today. Is the 11th of February 2026, and we're starting Ghana month way earlier than usual.
No, it just means that we are a very listening station and we adhere to all the policies by the sitting government, because officially the sitting government has declared Wednesdays National Fugu Day. So that's why Roland is clad in this beautiful red
and you know
fugu.
Who gave me this one?
Okay. And Beatrice is back on the show. Congratulations to you on your resumption, Akwaba.
Yeah.
But I am very upset with my Northern brothers, even though I am clad in something similar to Fugu. How is Aziz Dronla in my life?
I saw your picture.
How is Alaji Bini Yirubushele in my life? Sani from Wale Wale, how are you in my life? And I don't have Fugu. I don't understand.
Hey.
By Faith Catering in Tamale, Christopher Amwako, I'm calling all of you out today. How are all of you in my life? And I don't. Faisal Abdul Idrisu, how are you in my life? And I maintain here. And yesterday, your boyfriend Aziz Jola was in this studio.
My boyfriend.
Me man shout out to san Obano. Sebi, well, who's I
actually saw he posted a picture on his Facebook.
Can you imagine?
I saw it, and he said.
And he now presented Roland and then Shadrach and maybe Sandy said media were here. I feel say Danny when I'm sure Vital Stats and I'm member. Can you imagine? How are you all in my life and I don't have Fugu? I'm very upset with you this morning. But anyway, my brother and my sister are very much looking beautiful. Charlie, why do you first right now? I'm close up, Anna.
Charlie,
I'm close up. No, Daniel, say no. Give me your
fantastic.
item. Daniel,
this one they hold them. Fantastic.
So like,
fantastic.
Yeah. Oh no, but you look very
Charlie
nice.
Fugu. This one, like, I've been transposed into the atmosphere of Zambia. I'm in one of those presidential.
You look absolutely
public galleries, watching the president of Ghana visit the president of Zambia, and the Zambian said this one is like a blouse.
How can this be a blouse?
Yeah, but to be truthful, well, this one can sew like
3 blouses though.
Or even 3 shirts for me.
Yeah. But I mean, this is how it's worn. And the president said, "Usha and from FAO."
Yeah,
you look good.
Fantastic.
So let me see yours, Beatrice.
I think
how
Beatrice
this
is more.
looks.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
fantastic.
so
I've got
elegant.
some pockets here.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Fugu Nation.
Hey, by faith,
obvious we regret.
By Faith Catering in Tamale, how are you in my life? And I don't. You have to pick up the pillow. By Faith Catering, how are you in my life? Sani, I don't understand, and I don't have food. No, I'm very.
This is like the third time you're announcing it.
Yeah. Sani from Wale Wale. Today, if you call us, I'll cut the line.
You know, I see the post yesterday. He wrote, "You don't. You build relationships. You don't break them."
Can you imagine? And how are you building this relationship with no fugu? Aziz Dollar, you are warned. Anyway, you guys look amazing.
Well, thank you very much.
So this is the tradition now on Wednesdays for the entire nation. And as you can tell, it looks good on women
is it that
as
thing
well. Well, that's the thing now. As to whether we'll be able to manufacture and keep wearing it every Wednesday is another problem. Because me, my house, I don't have space anymore. Because anyway,
yeah.
Well, if you're doubting what we are saying, well, we do know that you listen to us and you're not doubting. But there's a press release on wearing fugu. Quickly, let's just run through it. Declaration of Wednesday to wearing of fugu. Now it says, this is from the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts. Mamaga Jifa Ablago Mashimera Kuku Indina Olo. Mamaga, how you doing? Yesterday I saw you in action with the Shea Butter ambassadorial what should I say, assignment that has been given to Hamamat. Mamaga, good morning to you this morning. Well, the communique says that on behalf of the government of Ghana and the good people of Ghana, and in furtherance of our collective commitment to preserve, promote, and celebrate Ghana's rich cultural heritage, the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts wishes to inform the general public of government's decision to encourage all Ghanaians, as well as friends of Ghana, home and abroad, to dedicate every Wednesday to the wearing of fugu, or aka batakari, as some of you call it, in all its diverse forms, designs, and expressions, complemented by its distinctive and beautiful accessories. This initiative is intended to deepen national cultural awareness, affirm our identity, and project Ghana's heritage with pride to the world. Beyond its cultural significance, the initiative is expected to generate far-reaching social and economic benefits, including the empowerment of local weavers, designers, artisans, and traders across the value chain, as well as expanded business, employment, and commercial opportunities nationwide. The government hopes that this collective embrace of fugu will strengthen national unity, stimulate the creative economy, and serve as a powerful symbol of Ghana's cultural confidence and self-expression. And of course, it's signed by the Minister, Honorable Abla Jifa Gomashi. Mamaga, good morning to you. But this communique and this whole thing, I feel misro, because fugu na 100 Ghana for the anymore. Ghana for the anymore, please. It's not, no, please do not increase your prices. Okay, I've spoken too much. It means you should take over. I'm saying the prices.
Well, all of you, again, great welcome to the show. As always, we're streaming live. We also have cash out, going with the short code *439# as many times as you can. Please make sure you stay with us. Choose option 2. We'll be one of those lucky winners as always. I have to thank Dr. Saleh for Combat for giving me this.
So Dr. Salifu didn't send me one. Nelson, you also didn't send me one. Oh, almost shut and check him out.
I think there are lots of it in town, so you can always get it.
I would not be surprised if by close of week you have so much you don't even know what to do.
They will come. The way she's made the announcement. Yeah. But whatever it is, I have a great supplier. In Tamale. And so I can tell you that from the next 2 or 3 days, so by next week, you're going to get supplies. I'm telling you. That's Ketse me as well.
No problem.
So we're going to have this as well. But we know that on all the relevant platforms, and what's dominating the discussion platform is all the things we're talking about, you know, the NDC investigating the incident in Ayawaso East. And then also the OSP, we're told, is also on it as well. The investigative committee concluded their work. It was just a one-day activity. They came out with some conclusions. Baba Jamal was invited. And the NDC itself, its leadership, led by the General Secretary, in making that pronouncement, also came out publicly as well. So we'll be discussing that for big issues. And then we've moved up the corruption perception index as well. And if you look at how the index is undertaken, it's the inverse. So if you're number 1, it also means that you're more corrupt. So if you're 100, you're less corrupt. Many people didn't know that's how the table has been inversed in terms of the interpretation. And so if you're 42 and you're 43 today, you were 42 yesterday, 43 today, it also means that you're less corrupt by 1 point. All right? So that's what it means. So you have to get closer
so it doesn't
to the
mean
higher
that we are 1 point
so
more corrupt.
You try to get more A's.
Okay, so it doesn't mean that we are 1 point more corrupt. We are actually 1 point less corrupt.
Kind of, yeah. So that's how it's been done. So let's have some a great sister of mine is celebrating the birthday tomorrow. So I'm doing a countdown. It's a 24-hour countdown. And she's the Director of Communication for the World Human Rescue and Advocacy Organization, Philippine Godo. You know yourself, tomorrow is your birthday. It's 2 days before Valentine's, so we're going to celebrate it in a large style. Philippine Godo, wishing you all the best. We have a great photo shoot to also match the event as well. We stunningly showing you the pictures tomorrow on our birthday segment, but promises to be quite exciting.
Yes.
All the discussions about Baba Jamal, the internal primaries of the political parties, quite an interesting bit.
Yes, yes. And the fact that, you know, he's one of the few politicians to have defended what he did. That, I mean, what is wrong if I give TV sets? Is it the first time I'm doing that? And even saying that...
Well, he says that he's not the one who shared the TV set too. He said some people were sharing it. He wasn't aware. And now the next day, people are now trooping in and asking him for TV sets. So
yeah, but he still somehow defended it and even went ahead to say, well, I've even dedicated 2.5 million I mean, money for free loans. Wow. And quite interesting, I mean, his views, yes.
I see. So that's about it for Baba Jamal.
Yeah.
So officially, the NDC says that its constitution does not have any regulation or anything.
Indeed, all the parties. And yesterday was an argument on big issues. Yeah.
So
and Bracco Powers was especially trying to drum home that point about how for national elections we have the key provisions in the various statutes, but we don't have it for internal elections. And the argument then that was canvassed by lawyer Abbas as well was the fact that political parties were public institutions in themselves and made references to a case in point to say that by way of those interpretations of political parties being quasi-public institutions, then they also would have to make sure that they were reined in within the tenet of the Constitution and other statutes and the provisions we have in Ghana. But it's an argument that's been made. The advocacy is that we need to make sure that we have relevant amendment to the current regulations we have so that it is straight to everybody that if you undertake inducements for internal elections as well, you will have to face some I don't know whether it's
but you know,
the law or public.
When I saw that argument, I was just asking myself, how many people who have been involved in national or public politics have been found guilty or really punished because they were involved in inducing, you know, of bribing voters. We saw what happened in 2024. The person at the voting center or polling station giving money to the electoral officer.
We saw it.
Up to now,
and
what
later
have
on
we
when
seen?
he was asked, he said it was for lunch.
Yeah, so if we bring it to intra-party, you know, elections, what difference will it make? What have we seen on the national level? So I found it quite interesting.
Super interesting. But we do hope that it is really kept because it means that if you have the expertise, if you're skilled or you're ready to serve the nation and you do not have money to induce, in quotes, or to bribe people to vote for you, it means that you are never coming into office. It means that you will never be able to serve your nation. And I think that's where we need to drift from and get the real people, the real men who can do the job, whether they have the money or not, get the real men who can do the job to do it for us anyway.
I'm laughing like killer.
You are laughing like a killer. I mean, special happy birthday going out to my girl, Akosia. Akosia is part of the Cookie Tea WhatsApp group. She is also the manager of all our financial affairs. She's part of the team. Akosia, happy birthday to you. We'll celebrate you in Grand Salah. I didn't know you were February born. That makes you very special. Happy birthday to you, Akosia. But I think it's time for this morning. Are we cashing out today? The answer is yes. And you do know that Saturday is Val's Day. So on Friday, Beatrice and Roland, we are giving our viewers a surprise on Val's Day. You need money to make your men happy. You thought I was going to say to make your women happy. Don't do that. The women, I mean, I'm an advocate for the women to also change the narrative. The women out there. Yes, the other day on TV3, our Instagram page, I saw a question that a lady asked that if, Roland, okay, so if I bought you brand new ties, 4 of them, and I changed your brake parts for you, would that be an excellent Val's Day gift?
For a man, yeah, if a lady does it, yeah.
You see, so the women, there are so many things that we can do. Handkerchief, no, a dozen.
And boxer shorts.
Any boxer shorts, no. It's,
and a
singlet. I mean, in 2026, we are
That's
not doing underwear. How do these lovely
year
men?
And then you get boxer shorts.
How do these lovely men get boxer shorts and handkerchief and no brake pads?
Wristbands.
Yes, brake pads. No, wait. Brake pads were her. Fuel coupons were her. You can put money in the account. If they don't have a car and they take Ubers, if they do the cab hailing services, deposit money in the account and say, honey, listen, this is 5,000 Ghana cedis. This is 2,000 Ghana cedis. Use this for your transportation.
Hey, women are wicked, though. this thing, they'll collect it back.
Oh, they better collect it back. We will not collect anything back.
When you're talking, the way you were smiling,
Charlie, we have to do this morning.
No, but I'm just advising the ladies out there. No, because enough of the ladies expecting the men to do the giving all the time. We women should change the... I've been advocating for this for a long time. Look, love, it's not 50-50. It's 100-100. It's hand go, hand come. So if he gives me, me too, I'm supposed to give. So the ladies this year, make us very, very proud. Bring excellent, sumptuous gifts and the boxer shorts in it. You need all shops selling boxer shorts and handkerchief. You are closed. In Jesus' mighty name. Welcome to This Morning. Welcome to This Morning. The phone lines are already buzzing. I'm told Peter T is already on the line. But the question we are asking, what do you make of government's directive declaring Wednesday the Fugu wearing day for all nationals of this country, as well as our friends? I mean, if you're in any other country and you want to wear Fugu.
Especially Zambia.
Exactly. You're welcome to wearing it. What do you make of that? And finally, the NDC has also cleared Baba Jamal as the substantive aspirant for the by-election for the March 3 Ayawaso East constituency by-elections. What do you also make of that? Call us now and let's know. But Peter T is ready to talk to Cookie T.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, my darling. Good morning.
Good morning. Cookie T.
Yes, sir.
I hope you are doing well.
By the grace of God, yes.
Yeah. Roland and the other lady. I hope all of you are doing well.
She's called Beatrice.
Beatrice. Yeah.
I love the outfits that I'm seeing this morning on all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is great. It's I think beautify you, Cookie T more, and then Roland is also getting you more handsome.
Thank you.
And and all of you. And Cookie T, yes. I think that. Let me seize the first opportunity to say good morning to Alaji Yaokondo.
Okay.
And then also Mr. Ashali of Mr. Ashali is also a liaison officer, National Security Operation. Good morning to him. And then Mr. Noga.
Alaji, enough of the requests. Please go ahead with the message.
Okay. My message is that it's a good news to Baba Jama. And I believe that this is serving as a lesson to all politicians. Because sometimes it doesn't even order well that after election, either by election, whatever election, you have to be summoned to face a committee to clear you. So this should be a lesson that money can do everything, but I don't mean that we should always continue to be inducing our voting with money.
Right.
That does not order well. But we see there's one thing also in our society, our political society, that once you believe that you have people that will sponsor your program, there's no any politician that want to be sponsored that will not be informed by the person who sponsors him. This should serve as a great lesson. But I'm happy for NDC that what we have never seen in the other party, like NPP, because it has been happening in NPP more than even NDC, especially when we were in government. Nobody has summoned or had done what NDC has done. That because you have done this, use money to really buy your vote, so we have to summon you for cautioning.
Okay.
So it's a good thing for NDC.
Right,
but the next thing that I'm also saying is that we have to be up and doing, all of us. I believe that one day you may be an MP or, if possible, a president.
Amen.
And I can see that always in you because of the way you present yourself,
Amen.
the way you carry yourself,
Amen.
your human relationship alone, what you demonstrate on your studio, had to do with all this ability of getting yourself approved next time for any political position. That is good. But let me seize this opportunity to congratulate Johnny Hughes. He's a great one of TV3, a good morning show holder. I mean, let's congratulate him. I believe he will continue to do this all in his life. And go win and win and win more. TV3, you are the best.
Thank you. Thank you, Peter T, for calling us. But Peter, when you do call us, just make it precise and concise. Thank you very much. I'll pick our next caller as we get ready to also get into messages, Rolly. Hello, good morning. Yes, good morning. Hello.
Morning.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from. This is TV3 Newday.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Ismaila Uruya Ali.
Ismaila.
Uruya Ali.
Okay, and where are you calling us from?
The Greater Accra Regional
All right.
Caucus Coordinator for NDC.
Happy Fugu Day to you.
Yeah. Good morning, Cookies, and my good friend, Ronald, and other host.
Her name is Beatrice.
About the East Ayawaso issue.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we had our election on a peaceful way, and Baba Jamal has won and has emerged as the winner of that promise, and all of us are going to rally behind him. And all what I want to say to other contestants that better luck next time. We should all come together once the party has come out with its verdict, which I hope and I pray that the party will take another step if such things happen in future. Just as our General Secretary said, we don't have any law on that when it happens during such an election. Yesterday, I was watching TV3 when one of the lawyers brought up this issue, and my good friend Inusa wanted to challenge it. But here we are. The party has come out with the same rules. So what I'm trying to say is, next time we should be guided by such things. Vote buying should not be encouraged in our future election.
Right.
And inshallah, I hope Baba Jamal will emerge as the winner of the Ifayavasu by-election, inshallah.
We thank you for your time.
Very much,
Yeah, we thank you for your time as well. Beatrice, you can pick the next call.
We have Emmanuel Timpani on the line. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Please tell us where you're calling us from.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Bukuti. And
Yes,
my
good
man,
morning.
Rhea. Always appreciate you people giving us a bright morning like this. And may God continue to be with you all. Yeah, for the way they have done to Mr. Baba Jama, I think it's a lesson to all of us. Because they are not making election so expensive to the ordinary person who has got the quality to become a leader. But once your pocket is empty, you have no way. Even assemblymen contest, if you want to contest, and you don't have anything to go and greet somebody, say, just take 5 CD, 10 CD, they will not mind you. So I think it's a lesson to everyone. And for the Fugu, I think it's good. It's good we also make the world to know that at least in the recognized clothes we are supposed to wear to show our identity should be made one day for us to be wearing. I think it's good. I applaud the president for that. In Kosa, we call it banner. When you wear banner to anywhere, you'll be seen as one of the heroes.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Bana.
So it's Bana, Fugu, and then Batakari.
So he's a hero this morning. You were a heroine this morning.
Yes.
And then I am one as well.
Yeah.
Charlie, master plan afro.
Master Planner, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us again.
Fantastic good morning.
Hey,
good morning.
Now it's fantastic good morning.
Hi, Master Planner.
Beautiful beauty.
Master Planner.
Fantastic
Hi.
Super Roland. I like the Fugu.
How are you?
Alhamdulillah, how are you?
I'm well too, sir.
Adriana, and then Cookie Tea. I hope everyone is fine.
By the grace of God.
Roland, you really look good in your Fugu bound.
Thank you very much.
We have to give you some Hindi in the northern region.
No problem. I'll take the skin.
Okay, let me use this opportunity to say a special good morning to the incoming president, 2029, Dr. Alha. I'm really, really sad this morning.
Oh.
As you can see, the cocoa farmers crying, but the presidency and the governor is interested in Fugu Day, launching of Fugu Day. You see, when you use propaganda to win power, cocoa prices will expose you.
The president is having an emergency meeting today. Are you aware of this?
Sorry?
The president is having an emergency meeting on this cocoa crisis, financing
cocoa
crisis.
Prices, when you're in opposition, you say you are going to pay them 8,000. Is it the cabinet meeting that will give the 8,000?
Are you aware of the meeting?
Madam, they can do cabinet meeting throughout the year. They can't pay them even 4,000 in this country. The cabinet meeting will not yield anything. I'm telling you on a fact. Because cocoa prices in Ghana, we sell them up front. But this government is...
It looks like we lost him.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Too bad.
Hello? Yes.
I don't think
Master Planner.
I don't think
We
he's,
lost him.
I don't think he's on
Yes.
on the line.
Thank you so much. But we do have David joining us from Akachi in the Volta region. Good morning to you, sir. Thank you for joining us on this morning segment on New Day. Tell us what's on your mind. Hello, David.
Hello.
Hi, we can hear you. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome.
Yeah, some of us are very sad, especially we the youth. You see, the future of this country is bleeding. You see, and I wanted to ask, what was the purpose of the committee set by NDC? If they knew that this is what they are coming out to come and tell us, that the man can just continue, why do they set up the committee in the first place? If we would hear, then they will come and tell us that, because of time constraint, don't they know the time before setting up the committee? You see, it's just like saying that, we know you have stolen something, but because of this or that, we should let you go. We are expecting Baba Jamal, the main election. He can even go ahead now, then give chamfer machine, then excavators, then everything, because his party has seen no wrong. So I don't know. We were thinking that NDC is going to use this opportunity to demonstrate something to us. But if it's about their own, they have excuses to give. But if it's about their political opponent, it's another story. You see, so agent TV3, I'm sure if this were to be something that concerns another party, let's say MPP, the way you people will be discussing it, the adjectives you'll be using, those kind of things will be different. So Ghana now, depending on where you belong, that is how you make discussion concerning things like this when they crop up. So we are watching. I'm in Volta region here. NDC is my favorite subject, but in this case, I thought they would demonstrate something so that we can all applaud them. But if this is how they want us to go, we the youth, we are watching. They should be endorsing corruption, then yet saying that they are fighting corruption. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm not sure of his comment, though, about if it was about MPP. I think that we've proven to be objective and fair to all the political parties.
Yes,
but thank you for calling in and for sharing your views as well with us.
Uncle Stephen Peng says he sent you a message 2 days ago, which you should have read because his prediction has come to pass. It says that Good morning, Rolly and the rest of the team. The heat is on for the last 2 days, but trust me, it will end nowhere. The caucus should tell Ghanaians how they got into parliament and stop the hypocrisy. I hope vote buying will come to an end so that we all can contest for positions. Ghana needs honest political figures.
There's a
Uncle Stephen, I've read your message.
There's a message from Aziz Donla. He says, ladies don't give us gifts because their hands are full of POP, especially my wife. I mean, how can you say that about your wife, Aziz Donla?
Aziz Donla, so you've heard me this morning. I am waiting. I don't want to say it again. I am waiting. All right, another caller on the line.
Yes, on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, you're welcome to TV3 Newday. Your name and where you're calling us from.
Yeah, Augustine, calling from Dasuma.
Okay, Augustine, let's hear you.
Well, I want to talk about the bribing and corruption that go on in the election, where they are mentioned by Jamal and the rest. And that normally happens in political parties. But I think what they are doing now, especially the OSCs or whatever they call it, the law of bribery and corruption is both the giver and the receiver are all at fault. So when they are searching for people to arrest or to investigate, that they should not only look for those who are the giver alone. It's both the receiver and the giver are all at fault. So they should be chasing those who collect the gifts, the TV or whatever as well. So there's no only focus on the giver. They should focus also on the voters who or the delegates who have been receiving the gift as well.
Okay.
By that we can solve it. But when they only focus only on those who give the item, those who give the item, we go low for it. But those who receive it as well, they should focus because that's the law. Okay. It's not one-sided. That's what I want to say. The law is about the giver and the receiver. So they should not be looking at one side.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much for calling us. I think another one is on the line. Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling us.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, sir.
Research and Bookie.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
And Mr. Roland. Good morning to you all. I'm happy to see my brother Roland wearing Fugu this morning. Yeah, you really show that you are from North. Yeah, I hope so.
Are you from the North? Are you from the North? Are you from the North?
Are you from the North?
No, I'm not. But I mean, we're all Ghanaians.
Yeah,
so
that's the most important.
That is good. It's good. But you know, we Northerners like Fugu more than everybody in this country, and we also show Fugu. I hope so.
But sir, I am from the North. Hello, my family is in Tamale. I'm a Kusasi babe.
But you are not wearing Fugu.
Because you didn't send me one. Oh, say.
There's some in Accra there.
I'll find it, sir.
Hey.
I'll find one because the directive came just yesterday. And yesterday, all the shops I went to didn't have my size. You know how big they are. They didn't have my size. So today I'll receive some. Yes, I'll buy some today.
Don't worry. Let's
talk to us.
Bookie and Vito. What I want to say is about Baba Jamal. You see, vote buying. This is not the first time. You understand? So I don't know what they are doing to Baba Jamal. When Baba Jamal go to Parliament, can Baba Jamal work with the majority? That is the question I'm asking. Because this one is not a general by-election. But it's rather within the NDC. Then they are doing Baba Jamal like this. If Baba Jamal wins the general election, can Baba Jamal work with them in the parliament there? That is the question we are asking. They shouldn't be doing to him as if he's an alien in the party.
Okay.
Baba Jamal holds a position in Akutia. He is an old member in the party. Everybody knows Baba Jamal very well. I don't know. So I don't think they shouldn't be doing this to him. When you do this to him, when he also comes to the parliament, maybe he may not even like to mingle himself with you people. You understand? The man is a justice man.
All right.
In Ayahuasca there, people have been saying Baba Jamal in the morning, they will queue, and then Baba Jamal will see them. So if you have this kind of person in your area, it's good.
Okay.
Then my greetings to my Honorable Isaac Adongo from the Bolgatanga Central.
Okay.
I greet you. Good morning, Isaac. Your brother Adala is greeting you this morning.
Thank you very much. All right. Yeah. Thank you for calling us this morning. We'll get to more messages, but in the meantime, good morning to you, FJ Photography. That's my personal photographer. He's watching us all the way in Tamale this morning. FJ, good morning to you. Another caller, Beatrice.
Yes, from Dansuman.
Yes, FJ Photography.
No, it's not. The one on the line is not FJ.
Not FJ, yes.
Good morning to you. Thank you so much for calling in from Accra, Newtown. Please tell us your name and what's on your mind today.
Yeah, my name is Dean. I'm calling from Accra, Newtown. This morning, I just want to say good morning to you, Alaji, and then Alaji and RGS in the studio. Just want to elaborate something small on this Baba Jamal issue. You know, this vote buying issue since that today. It has been in the system for a long time. So what is the government, whether the current or the previous government, doing about it? Because they can't see all of them sitting at the parliament there didn't give any gifts to anyone to vote for them. So this is not a new thing. This has been going on for a long period. Even the just past MPP presidential election, something similar like this has been going on, or it has went on. So where from all this vote buying, and then see, the guy has won the seat. They shouldn't bring any confusion. They should just allow him. Maybe some people had confidence in him to come and just they just need development. Whoever is coming to develop the constituency, so they should allow him to come and just do it.
They should allow him.
Are they saying it's like I'm going to run an election and then someone brought item in my name to give it to my people? That means I bribed the person. The guy is saying he is not the one giving. It was given by his supporters. So what is wrong with that? I don't see anything wrong with that. And then with the Fugu Day, I think we need to recommend our president for sending this, for creating an awareness on this Fugu Day. I think it's going to be a nice thing to be doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for calling us from Accra, Newtown. We do have Samuel, who is joining us from Dodowa. Good morning to you, Samuel. Thank you for joining us on this morning segment on New Day.
Okay, good morning, madam.
Good morning, sir.
How is your family?
Very well, thank you. How is your family this morning?
Oh, you callers are super interesting.
I'll go local.
You go local? Okay, please go ahead.
Yo, me pamicho. The yeka fa Baba Jamal. Yeah, government do kura to say yeah by election. Government befa machine. Now we call grady baby young grady. No,
be inducement.
Yeah. Government no kasao. Enye MP no.
It's no so inducement home.
Yes, now obe grady baby enye to say permanent kake. Yeah, you by election now. Now ya jana ninyi na say onu so be fan say. Okay. Kakra me wo say me be mamu.
Okay.
Thank you so much. So he's also asking us to look at what the government does during elections.
Because Charlie, during elections, who was I talking to?
2024. Remember?
Not even 2024. The 2020 elections.
Yeah.
When you're leaving the house, the way the road is, it's not the same way. The first class road, so we can do, and we sit till the last minute.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, another caller is on the line. Hello, good morning. Dominic, you're calling from, yes, Dominic, you're calling us from Upper East. Is that correct?
Yes.
You're very welcome to the show. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good.
Talk to us.
Good morning to Roland and Madam Beatrice.
They can hear you, yes.
Yes. I want to talk about the vote buying issue.
Okay.
Yes, I think in Ghana, where we are going, especially with the youth, we need to think. When we come out condemning that what they are doing to Baba Jamal is not good, nobody is doing anything to Baba Jamal. I think that it is a standard we need to set to sanitize our political system. Because if we allow everything to be going on like that, when is it going to start?
So if today is Baba Jamal, tomorrow is somebody else, would you say that they are doing something bad to the government? It is the same thing when there's something wrong going on in NPP. We hear as long as I'm an NPP member, there's nothing wrong with it. As long as it's an NPP member, there's nothing wrong with it. If you go into our institutions, it is the same thing that is happening in our institutions. We feel that something is a tradition, so let's go on with it. That is how it's been done.
Okay.
When you feel that there should be a change, then you become, it looks like you are a target. So I think that we need to really look at these things and also look at our laws.
Okay.
Where there is an ambiguity, we make it clear. If you do ADSC, this is your sanction.
All right.
So that when it happens, we wouldn't feel constrained to punish certain people.
Okay.
But we need as a people to change and say that, okay, if something is wrong, it's wrong. Let's change it and be free from it.
All right.
I'm very grateful. I've been trying to get through to you for so many years now, but today
wow. We are glad you got through today. We are glad. Thank you so much for calling us. Beatrice, I'm told another caller is also from the Upper East region.
Yes. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Please tell us your name. You're calling us from Upper East. Which part of the Upper East region?
Hello.
Hi, we can hear you. Good morning to you, sir. Please tell us your name and which part of the
Good
Upper East
morning.
region.
My name is Kangwang now from Upper West region.
Oh, Upper West region. Yes, sir. Where? Is it where you're calling us from?
Hello.
Hello, sir. We can hear you. Are you calling us from where?
I think the line
is not so good. But please share your thoughts with us. We can hear you.
The line is terrible.
Anyway, I want to use this opportunity to greet my dynamic father, Speaker of Parliament.
Yes, go ahead, sir. Go ahead. Can we talk about the substantive issue? Hello?
His line is not helping.
Well, we have a couple of messages, so quickly just I would have to go through. Let me say good morning to you, Harry Nate Akwete. You celebrate your birthday today and says that on my birthday, I do love the subject that you're discussing. Quite an interesting one and always a very divisive one at the grassroots level. And then you say you all look beautiful in your fugu. And then let me say good morning to you, Pai Owusu Fianco, as well as to the whole of the family, including your husband, and all those with engineers and planners. I know that you were bereaved still in that mood because we had to lay to rest your mom. May her soul rest in peace. Alhaji Nuruddin as well, great guy for engineers and planners. And you say you're watching, you just love this. Chief Mante from Akosombo says, today is Fugu Day indeed, laudable. We should also think of Kente Day, where the men will put on Kente clothes and the women dress in their Kente clothes as well. Also, we should also have another day for African wear. I think we already do have Fridays generally. Yes. Well, we're going to have displays for GTP and ATL fabrics and wooding. This will create more jobs in the country. Chief Mante up in Akosombo. And we also do have this one straight away coming from Sheikh Abubakar Napar of the Light Foundation. He is the president and founder, CEO as well. It says, we all look very good. You're going to give me a chieftaincy title, and that's good. He said that Baba Jamal issue is like what Jesus said, that the one who is without sin should cast the first stone. We need to change our attitude as a nation to make sure we think of the public good. Quite an interesting one as well.
Okay. I'm told the last caller is on the telephone lines. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Yeah, this is John, calling from Jachi Pamso.
From where? Oh, Jachi Pamso.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Let's hear you say.
Well, I've actually tried to Jachi Pamso. Bosomchi district.
Okay.
That's a Yahweh Duchum's constituency. That's Dr. Yahweh Duchum.
Yeah. I've tried to reach TV3 for the past 5 years.
Oh, wow. You've gotten through today. Congratulations.
He's the second person to get through today. Yes.
We're happy to have you.
Yeah, good morning to you, Kututi, Beatrice, and Roland.
Good morning.
Yeah, Roland, in fact, you are making me the man proud.
Fantastic. I'm a fantastic guy.
You're doing good.
I'm a fantastic guy.
Yeah.
I look very elegant, actually. I'm just looking at myself. Very elegant.
Wow.
Fugu Nation.
When I go to the north and I'm coming back, I'll try and get you.
Oh, please, I have enough. It's okay. My wardrobe is full.
Yeah.
All
Let's
right.
see, Dr. Salif Ukoma, I have too many
Plenty,
of them.
yeah? Okay. Let's hear you, sir.
Yeah. So I think it's a good thing that the government is declaring every Wednesday as a full day. As Ghanaians, it doesn't matter whether you are from the north or whatever. It's for the whole Ghana.
Right.
In fact, we have to showcase the way what we have got. And I think that the government is on the right course. We thank the government for that.
All right.
On the vote buying thing, I think that, well, we are not really fighting it. I'm not sure we are really fighting it. I don't think that there's any MP sitting in Parliament at the moment who hasn't given money or anything to anybody during the elections. I'm not sure. We are yet to see that. But we can make a clear demarcation that we don't have to do that, then that's fine. Otherwise, I think it's actually something for the rich, survival of the fittest. If you can pay more, fine. If you can't, then you let the rich go for it. Anything outside of that, we are not actually fighting the corruption. Thank you very much.
Thank you, too, for calling us. We do appreciate you for calling us all the way from Jechi Pramso, and it's his first time getting through. Thank you so much. FJ Photography, again, good morning to you all the way in Tamale this morning, doing the Lord's work. FJ Photography, Michelle, good morning.
Yeah.
All right, messages or reminders?
So I have more message. It says that it is a good thing that you're also replicating the Fugu Day, and that's from Mama of War of the Asogli State as well. As for the politics, the least said, the better. And Cephas, good morning to you, Cephas, says, in fact, the treatment of Baba Jamal from every angle one looks at it is unfair on the part of the party. Everybody gives money to the delegates. We shouldn't play ostrich. And the delegate system of voting should be abolished. Political parties should allow all their registered members in good standing to vote. Good morning to you, Mike. MC also say good morning to you. Mike Ofia Flu, who is the board chair for the Financial Intelligence Center, sent me a picture of himself looking good in Fugu.
Wow.
Okay. Charlie, for him, he is wearing up and down, full time.
Landlord, Bolga D-Line, we've seen your message, but it's long. Well, he says that there currently is no statute to prohibit vote buying. This government should amend the Political Party Act to include that and the punishment sets for it. Until then, it's only the moral aspect that works.
Yeah,
right.
There's a message from Ernest Xavier Young from WA. He says, good morning to you, Cookie, Roland, of course, myself. He says, every politician will do what is right if we are able to deal with this. Let no politician think that money and gifts are the only things that they can use to induce people. It's enough and must be stopped. My humble greetings to my father, Simon Yen, and my uncle, Mr. Stephen Pen, all inside WA. Thank you very much for sending in your message. Well, are you looking for a university that will prepare your child for the future? Then Academic City University is the best choice for you. At Academic City, we do not just teach, we nurture creators, innovators, and leaders who shape tomorrow's world. We offer undergraduate programs in engineering, computational sciences, business and communication arts. And our BSc in artificial intelligence and robotics engineering are the first and only one of its kind in sub-Saharan Africa. With world-class facilities and industry experienced faculty, students do not just learn the latest technology, they actually create it. And for working professionals and young graduates, we have got you covered as well, with our MSc programs in cybersecurity and data science analytics, as well as our professional certificate programs. Remember that at Academic City, our programs are practical, relevant, and future-focused. You can call us now on 026-269-3870 or visit acity.edu.gh for more information. Admissions are now open. Academic City, make your mark. And of course, a number of you are still sending in your messages. From Fakiwa says, my regards to Alhaji Al-Hassan, the Lion and MC of one municipality. It says it's heartwarming that Wednesday has been declared as Fugu or Batakari Day to affirm Ghanaian identity. Ghana is on a reset.
All right, 2026 is the year to travel, explore, and experience more. Global Wings Travel and Tour, in partnership with Media General, invites you to experience the best of Malaysia and Singapore this April. You have to enjoy. Please make sure you enjoy it. 9 unforgettable days with return flights, luxury hotels in Kuala Lumpur and Singapore, daily meals, visa facilitation, city tours, Jensen Highlands with cable rides, intercountry transfers, and so much more. Please don't wait. Make sure that your April 2026 is for Malaysia and Singapore. Kindly call 055-0188-181 or 055-3688-398 today. Some of you are sending me messages asking where my kaftan is from, even though it's Fugu inspired. It's from M. Sims. Everyone, stop laughing at me. It's Fugu inspired. So just in case you don't want to wear the heavy one, because that's what the communique says. Said Fugu or its related creative, outfits.
Yeah.
So this is very creative as well. M. Sims on Instagram. Thank you for my Fugu/kaftan outfit. We'll take a break. We'll return with a big issue.
Yes, next. Hey, Nadia Benson, some more.
Me didn't tum. Mr. Femi Kakalika, just call me cockroach. Now, Mr. Femi once now.
Hey, is that you?
Improve.
Yeah. Captain Mosquito, double the action.
Me didn't sasso spray. Mr. Femi sasso quell.
Yeah, go to my Saturday.
Tum preko.
Let me see.
She's never had a toothache before.
There might be a cavity. Don't you use Pepsodent?
We used to, but I'll try the new one.
Ah, that's why.
But doesn't every toothpaste give cavity protection?
Not really. Pepsodent's Cavity Fighter repairs tiny invisible holes to give 10 times stronger teeth. Will you trust Pepsodent?
Definitely.
Pepsodent. 10 times stronger teeth. Use Pepsodent's Cavity Fighter.
Ready for school?
Yes!
My champs, they use a lot of energy at school. I know because imagine the energy they may have used up to return home this transformed every day.
Your champs need nourishment and energy. Give them the Milo Energy at breakfast, now with vitamin D that supports energy release to help the day.
Why settle for a bouquet when you can have a vacation?
Join us at the Chill River Resort in Cape Town.
Where the world stops and the focus is entirely on the two of you, just you and your lover.
From the 13th of February to the 15th,
we leave in the chaos of a crowd behind for a weekend of intimacy and play.
Think boat cruise.
The heat of a bonfire and the kind of serenity that lets you explore every moment together.
Limited rooms are available for just 2,200 Ghana cedis only to enjoy 2 nights of luxury and pleasure.
Inclusive of special decor, candlelight dinner, and wine on arrival for you.
The room is ready. Ours you?
Visit mgtix.africa
or call 054-788-6258 to book now.
Your most intimate Valentine yet is waiting. Why settle for a bouquet when you can have a vacation?
Join us at the Chill River Resort in Cape Town.
Where the world stops and the focus is entirely on the two of you, just you and your lover.
From the 13th of February to the 15th,
we leave in the chaos of a crowd behind for a weekend of intimacy and play.
Think boat cruise.
The heat of a bonfire and the kind of serenity that lets you explore every moment together.
Limited rooms are available for just 2,200 Ghana cedis only to enjoy 2 nights of luxury and pleasure.
Inclusive of special decor, candlelight dinner, and wine on arrival for you.
The room is ready. Ours you?
Visit mgtix.africa
or call 054-788-6258 to book now.
Your most intimate Valentine yet is waiting. Why settle for a bouquet when you can have a vacation?
Join us at the Chill River Resort in Cape Town.
Where the world stops and the focus is entirely on the two of you, just you and your lover.
From the 13th of February to the 15th,
we leave in the chaos of a crowd behind for a weekend of intimacy and play.
Think boat cruise.
The heat of a bonfire and the kind of serenity that lets you explore every moment together.
Limited rooms are available for just 2,200 Ghana cedis only to enjoy 2 nights of luxury and pleasure.
Inclusive of special decor, candlelight dinner, and wine on arrival for you.
The room is ready. Ours you?
Visit mgtix.africa
or call 054-788-6258 to book now.
Your most intimate Valentine yet is waiting. Why settle for a bouquet when you can have a vacation?
Join us at the Chill River Resort in Cape Town.
Where the world stops and the focus is entirely on the two of you, just you and your lover.
From the 13th of February to the 15th,
we leave in the chaos of a crowd behind for a weekend of intimacy and play.
Think boat cruise.
The heat of a bonfire and the kind of serenity that lets you explore every moment together.
Limited rooms are available for just 2,200 Ghana cedis only to enjoy 2 nights of luxury and pleasure.
Inclusive of special decor, candlelight dinner, and wine on arrival for you.
The room is ready. Are you?
It's mgtix.africa
or call 054.
It's already eliciting a lot of response here. I see a couple of them as well. Richard Amankwakwashi, good morning to you. And then I see more messages. Lawyer Leonard Boti Benjamin also sending me messages. And Master Planner, after calling, sent another message as well. And I have many more of them, including everybody else just watching. Prince Nania York. But let me say good morning to everybody. And Bright Apia, you are the Executive Director for Child Rights International. Good morning, my friend. And then also Edmund Combat of the Tema Oil Refinery, great guy. And we had a great ceremony the other day alongside Elizabeth, etc. But very important for us to have the conversations this morning. And it's about the outcome of that one-day investigation led by the Honorable Totobi Kwache Committee. I also had as a member Enusa Husseini, and then another. And subsequently, there's been an outcome which also was announced by the General Secretary of the NDC. So we'll talk about all that. For those who have joined us on the stream, we're grateful. A great young sister of mine is celebrating the birthday tomorrow. So I'm doing a countdown, a 12-hour countdown to the birthday of Philippine Godot, who is the Director of Communication for the World Human Rescue and Advocacy Organization. And they make sure that they provide some relief for those who are incarcerated unjustly. And so also try to help with other regular programming by arming them with skills, etc. They did a great launch in the whole prisons last 2 weeks. It was a glorious event as well. So that birthday will be very eventful tomorrow. But for those who have joined us, we're grateful. Samuel Kati, I've seen you. Yemole Yemo lives in the UK. Says, I look stunning in my fugu, and is waiting to look at how Solomon looks this morning. So we'll show you that in a bit. And then also Ajay Afachawa, I see you. And then also David Pamford, good morning to you. We promise to have some great discussion this morning. Share the stream. Let's have some great time. And it's about that outcome. And then we'll take a look at the Corruption Perception Index. Ghana seems to have moved a place up the rankings as it is. And we will try to analyze it. Does it mean that everything is fine? Are we on the right track, so to speak, etc.? So we will. But let me just introduce our guest for the morning. I have Rashid Tanko, substantively Director for Elections, the NDC. Or Deputy Director is a substantive position. You haven't been given the acting.
Yes.
But you're acting in that capacity.
My colleague is acting.
Oh, your colleague is acting. Good morning. He's also CEO for GIFEC as well. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning.
Yeah, they are the center of all the latest investigations. And the OSP also roped in the MPP presidential primaries. And you know some of the delegates said they hadn't received their money from some of the camps. I don't know what Agongo Roger, who is watching us on our Facebook, will think about that. I have also Dr. Joshua Jebuntie Zato here. Good morning to you as well.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah. How are you doing? You like my smoke?
Yeah.
The Minister of Tourism said we should wear smoke, but
yes.
He didn't give us a budget for smokes.
I didn't know that wearing smokes are expensive.
You know, some of us have at least 3-4 smokes at best. So now you say we should work every Wednesday. Before, I don't want to start repeating smokes, and they will say I'm repeating smokes. So you should make a small budget allocations for those of us poor lecturers, so that we can also afford some smokes. Okay. So we should do that.
Bring them out. They need it.
But this morning, the motto for this morning is free Kofi Owusu Ankasa. He has been missing. State agencies picked her, and nobody knows where it is for whistleblowing. You know that guy, right? He said somebody was corrupt and they picked him up. Meanwhile, Baba Jamal and people went and gave TVs, they are working free going to parliament. Justice in Ghana. It's not fair. Free Kofi Owusu is not good. So, you know he's your friend, right?
No, I even trained him.
Okay, so he's not missing. His lawyers doesn't even know where he is.
I don't know about that.
No, he's missing. This is the second time. Even you know how Martin, people once said that his client who has been in custody, he doesn't know where he is for a long time. This is not good. Human rights abuses. No, you cannot lock somebody up, avoid the lawyers from seeing him. It's not nice.
I'm hearing it for the first time.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, he has been locked up. Nobody knows
Solomon
where he is.
Owusu, thank you for joining us as well.
Thank you, Roland.
Solomon Owusu is Director for Communications for the United Party.
Thank you very much, Roland, for having me, and just to call on my people in the north. Now that they have made it national, Alaji Jamatutu, Swale and Goa have been giving me fugu. Now you may have to.
They've been bribing you with
every Wednesday. You have to.
Now there's every Wednesday. I have to change this.
You have to conjure.
If I think about it, we can start marketing fugu for the sellers.
You have problems because you have a lot of fugu.
All right.
You have to
but let's bring you an insight from the General Secretary of the NDC, Fifi Fiavi Kwete.
Long and short of the report was this, that inappropriate conduct was exhibited by virtually almost all the candidates. Even though you cannot establish, because the candidates were clear that what they did was in light of motivating of delegates. We believe that was inappropriate. So in the light of that, the committee's report was to the effect that ideally we should have an annulment of the primaries. However, the committee also acknowledged that there are real obstacles that make it difficult for us to do that. One, the party's constitution does not have a provision for an annulment of election. Two, we are time-bound because we need to be presenting a candidate by tomorrow. The party also wants to signal that we take into consideration the step taken by the president, and the president acted purely on the back of what happened on Saturday, allegation that he had. He asked for Baba Jama, who was High Commissioner in Nigeria, to be recalled. We think that was actually appropriate by the president. We also want to urge the president that apart from Baba Jamal, I think two other of the candidates also are in positions of appointment. I think they are on various boards, and similar measures to be taken as well to just show that we as a party feel that anyone who was involved in this inappropriate conduct have to be punished once they are appointed by the government. We are going to do a comprehensive review of the whole processes that leads to our elections in our internal elections are concerned. So we are expanding the committee that was appointed. We are adding 4 more members to that committee to make a 7-member committee. And that 7-member committee will extensively come up with recommendations as to how we can once and for all deal with this, should I call it, canker, which has to do with anything that amounts to inappropriate conduct as far as elections are concerned.
And here we are, Mr. Tanko.
Yeah.
Is it a hard decision to arrive at, or is just what the new standard operating procedure is for the NDC?
Very well. Let me say good morning to you, my good friend Sulu, and then Dr. Zatu, and the good people of Bimbila. I wish them well. Yesterday we had a rain. I'm told there was some devastation, rainstorm in some of the communities. But we're looking at that. We're calling on NADMO and his team to get in there, try to help the people out there. They are very nice people in Bimbila. See, so, the NDC is the most disciplined political party that you can see in recent time in the SAP region. I mean, we are governed by rules and regulations. We have our constitution that govern our operations and all that. Anytime we are going to elections, and then the functional executive through the National Executive Committee approves regulations for us to run elections. And then we defer to the Electoral Commission so that the elections are run in line with best practices. And then so our internal elections and others are being supervised by the Electoral Commission. Now this election was supervised by the Electoral Commission. In fact, on the D-Day I was on the ground, I went to observe how the election was done. It wasn't the NDC officials who organized or supervised the election. We were there to observe and monitor the process. I'll tell you, it was one of the best organized elections on that day. No problem, no issues, no violence. Every delegate came, cast their votes, counted, collated, and declared. There was no problem whatsoever. Then this issue of inducement and enticing and all that came up, social media, all over the place. As a political party, we abhor certain things that we think will influence delegates or electorate unduly. The NDC is not noted for that. I mean, the NDC takes issues with matters of that nature because we are social democrats. And the social democrats want to give level playing ground to people. We don't want somebody to think that because my pocket is not deep enough, I cannot take up leadership roles or positions in the party. That's why we call ourselves social democrats. We are not capitalists, unlike my colleagues in the opposition. We are social democrats. So first, we issue a statement condemning these alleged inducements and all that, and then followed it up with a committee to go into the matter and advise the National Executive Committee, Functional Executive, appropriately. You know, the election was held on the 7th, which was Saturday, so they had just 1 day or 2 days, Sunday and then Monday, to put their reports together. So they came out with their report and then submitted the report to us yesterday at FEC. I mean, we have to thank them. I'll use this opportunity to thank Venerable Honorable Tutebi Kwachi and his team. They did a yeoman's job. If you look at the report they presented, very brilliant report. I said it before the report came out that, look, if you have a person like Honorable Tutebi Kwachi leading a team, they would not come out with a report which is different from what everybody would have been thinking. They came out with a true reflection of what happened on that day. They didn't hide anything. They said it as is. But here is the situation.
What's the situation?
The party has a constitution. The party has regulation when it comes to running elections.
Internal elections.
Internal elections. Okay, so if anything, which is, there's no provision in the party constitution that deals with matters of that nature, and you go and take an action outside that, you are going to face legal actions. Somebody can just take...
lacuna.
That is it. A big lacuna that needs to be cured. The regulations that we used to run the election, we had that difficulties too. So this was a very big challenge. Then there was another challenge. Today is today is the last day for filing. So
with the Electoral Commission.
In the Electoral Commission, today is the last day. So this time constraint that we are looking at now, if we should go with what they say, ideally, their recommendation was not that nullify the election. They are saying, looking at the circumstances, ideally, the best thing that the party could have gone in is to nullify it. But here is the problem. You have legal issues steering you because there's no provision in your constitution, there's no provision in your regulations that says that when matters of this nature, somebody is induced or other thing, nullify the election. There's nothing like that in your distance. So we're found in this situation. I said, no, well, we want to deal with this matter dispassionately. But because of the circumstances we have found ourselves, and looking at the Electoral Commission who supervised the election, did not see anything wrong with the processes leading to the conduct and then the voting, counting and declaration and all that. Everything went on perfectly. The Electoral Commission has no issues. We will allow Honorable Baba Jamal to proceed with the filing on behalf of the NDC. Whilst we take appropriate time, because it's like time constraint for the committee, just 2 days, we will expand the membership of the committee to 7 and give them enough time to go in holistically, look at the matter that is staring us. It's an institutional matter.
You mean the general problem as
the
a
general
canker?
problem as a canker. That we think that as a political party and in the country, we must nip it in the bud. Otherwise, we cannot have expecting future leaders to come in with these ideas. Because we know this matter started around 2001 thereabout. This monocracy and all that. As soon as His Excellency President Kufuor came into office, they started this monocracy matter. And it is now becoming a hydra-headed problem in the country. As for our opponent MPP, they have institutionalized that matter in their party. They don't see anything wrong with that.
Why do you have to mention the MPP? Because it's a problem
I'm saying
that everybody else over the last 3 days has agreed is a problem across all the parties, but particularly being perpetrated by the two parties, MPP and DC. You're saying that for all the wrongs, one is one is more criminal than the other. Is that what you're saying?
MPP is worse. It's endemic in that party. It's endemic.
But what is wrong is wrong.
Oh, but I'm saying that the NDC is now facing it headlong. We are saying that we will deal with that matter. Don't forget, they held their election 31st January. And it was live, publicly. The delegates were there, showing money and saying that others have not brought their money. It's across the country what they did on that day. Did you see any one-line statement from MPP national executives condemning that action?
During the presidential primary?
During the presidential, none.
Why is
Very
that
quiet.
important?
No, I'm saying that it's important because Ghanaians are now congratulating NDC for being truthful and facing the matter. The NDC head-on, we are saying that, look, we have seen it, we are going to deal with it, we even form a committee to go into the matter. This is a political party that elected a presidential candidate that was bedeviled with monocracy, monetization publicly and everywhere. Everybody was talking about it. They didn't see anything wrong with it. I said that one, they have instituted it in their party. They don't see anything wrong with that in their party. What's the NDC? So Ghanaians are happy NDC is now trying to deal with this matter. And we are saying that, look, this matter, the 7-man committee now put together, they will go into the matter, come and give us recommendations as to how to now look at the lacuna in our party constitution, how to deal with that matter. Because we see we have just rolled out our reorganization program. It started yesterday, 10th. So we are calling our party people who want to join the NDC. We started yesterday. You can go to any of our branches or offices and take up membership card from our party. We started yesterday.
You're doing a membership drive?
Yes, we will start from that one and then move to the branch elections. So this one will start, it started yesterday to end on 30th. And then after that, we will continue our constituency elections, branch elections, and then constituency election, the regional election, and end it at the national election, which is on 19th December. Now, going through this 7-man committee will come out with recommendations as how to deal, because these are other elections that we are going to hold. And we want to make sure that we don't see these issues rearing its ugly head in any of this. So that's why the 7-man committee has been put together. So you see, Ghanaians are happy. They voted a very good political party, NDC, to come and deal with matter everybody is complaining with. Unlike our opponent, the least said about them, the better. And then that one, they also said they don't have even moral justification whatsoever to speak about matters of this nature. Because it's an institutional issue in their party, the MPP. And I was surprised some of them were even talking about it. I said,
how is it an institutional issue in the MPP and it's not an institutional issue in the NDC?
2007, 17 of them contested. You saw what happened at Legon Congress.
Yeah, all the issues about that
cash
and everything.
Cash and people were being slapped because they were distributing money. This is what they did. And President Kufuor, who even started that matter, had got to complain about what was going on. And they didn't stop there till up to date. 31st was worse. Some were saying that Aduchuma has not brought money. We are not going to vote for him. Governor Ajay Ajapong has not brought money. We are not going to vote for him. This man brought 700. They were mentioning names. Another man brought 500.
That they should have also composited a committee?
They should have even condemned that their leadership, because they have instituted that thing in their party. Nobody see anything wrong with it. They don't see anything wrong with that. The NDC, it was even allegation because just footages, TV footages, we said, no way. We are not going to allow this. And that is why we're saying when we did it, the report was very clear that there was inappropriate action on the part of this candidate. All the report even indicated, not by themselves, but activists who were aligned to them did all these things. And we think that is not the way to go as a political party. And so the NDC should be congratulated for taking this bold.
Your opinion is that across the political divide, when it comes to governance, intra-party activities, but
the NDC is the best.
Dr. Zato, we've come to a point where, for example, if, one of our loyal viewers in Israel, Emmanuel Entry, says that the problem has become endemic, and it's not about NDC or MPP. It has to be kept. Otherwise, those who have good traits to become leaders will not be given the opportunity to occupy public office and political positions, and will go to the highest bidder. It's a canker. So whether it's MPP or NDC or UP or however it is, it's a problem, is that not it?
Thank you very much. And he's a very smart guy, and I like the point he's made. There's merit to what he's saying. But there's something that we must understand. Around February 3rd or 4th, a gentleman by name Kofi Owusu-Nkansah made allegations of corruptions against state agencies. He made an allegation.
You've made the point.
I want to come. You see, when I come from that perspective, you understand that the kind of animal farm justice or injustice perpetrated in this country. He made allegations, mere allegations. He was picked up by state securities. As of this morning, even his own lawyers don't know where he is. Based on an allegation, I want to make that point clear. Kofi Nkansah was picked up because he made an allegation of corruption against state agencies, against government officials. He could be referred to as a whistleblower, or at least it is an allegation he's made. I'm not saying that what he said was no, but you picked him up.
You say you don't think what he said was...
No, he made an allegation. That allegation, he could potentially be a whistleblower. You picked him up, he doesn't know. 2, government appointees, 3 or 4 of them, because the people that contested the elections, about 3 of them are government appointees, agreed in this report read by the General Secretary of the party that, yes, they induce voters in an election, which is a criminal act.
The report
they are rewarded. No, in return, they are rewarded. One of them is actually rewarded with a straight ticket to parliament. The other 2, government appointees, they are not facing any sanctions or possible at all. So I want just wherever you are sitting as a Ghanaian, think about it this way. You make an allegation, you are thrown into the gallows, you are thrown into a dark cell somewhere, nobody hears about you. People actually agree that they have actually used government money to induce voters. They are giving a red carpet to wherever they are going. And you call this justice in Ghana, and this is what you say we should emulate. This is what we are saying we should clap for the NDC for. This is what we are saying we should play for the government. And so when you see this out, when you see this kind of animal farm injustice, then you begin to ask yourself, where did we go wrong as Ghanaians? Is this the new independence you promised? Is this the reset you promised? Mere allegation is enough to throw you to jail, but you can do whatever you want. We can see you, can catch you on camera. We can see you. People came out to publicly say, you get a jail-free card. That is what we should copy. As early as the late 1990s and early 20s, Jerry John Rawlings, the founder of the NDC, was worried and complaining about what? Monitocracy in the NDC. He died with those lamentations. It's happening now. But let's go back to something. There are 2. 1. What everybody is now worrying about is that, look, what happened in Ayawaso West Wogon, I can agree, like your friend said, that is the norm in Ghanaian politics. I'm not saying it's right, I'm not saying it's wrong, but it's the norm. Everybody knows that that is how these things are done. So that is why everybody was happy that there was this widespread condemnation of it with the party. That's why everybody was cheering for the presidency when they issued the statement. That's why everybody was cheering for the NDC when they issued the statement. That's why everybody was cheering for parliament when they issued the statement. And then something happened. There was an anti-climber quickly. Everything, all the outreach, all this toy in swoon. They toy in swoon because of one thing. Now you are telling us your constitution. When the presidency issued the statement, they didn't know the NDC constitution. When the president of the Republic of Ghana or his spokesman issued that statement, he didn't know that there was no annulment in the NDC constitution. He didn't know that. How many lawyers are in the Jubilee House? They didn't know that. 2, when the NDC itself issued a statement, they didn't know that. No, it's very important too, because when you are trying to fake, you are trying to mislead Ghanaians.
Dr. Zato.
Yes.
The president and the presidency issued the statement on Baba Jamal.
Yes, calling for annulment.
Recalling.
Yeah, him. Yes.
And then
which is also actually an act of ingenious.
So is it not true that it was a decision made for an appointee?
Yes.
Not necessarily because he was a party person, and that the remit as to who takes disciplinary actions on a member of a political party serving in government, that really, by way of those provisions, lies with the executives.
Was he the only appointee? Now, you think about the chain of effects. The man is in Nigeria. He leaves Nigeria, comes to Ghana, says, I'm going to contest. Files to contest, is clear to contest. You don't withdraw him. Now, the man goes to win. You are now faking a surprise at what he has done. Shouldn't you, wasn't that the best time? The moment the guy declares his intention to contest, wasn't that the best time to what? Recall him? The man wins now. You are not happy with this. But I'm making a point. Let me
the recall is not because he's contesting. The recall
because he won.
The recall is because they say that public opinion and based on available videos and then the responses by he himself.
Roland,
as
the
a
same
contestant
public
does give a certain semblance of the fact that he seemed to say that I give out gifts.
The same thing. I'm saying that the same evidence you just mentioned.
The other contestants responding.
The same evidence that you mentioned also mentioned the other government appointees. At least 3 of them, that they all engage in such behavior. Why only Baba Jamal? But the second point, so those who issued the statement calling for the annulment of the election, didn't they know that in the NDC constitution there was no dissent? Why did they do that? So who were they lying to? Why were they faking? Why the fake? Why the fake pretense? Why the fake outrage? 2, you are talking about what? Time constraints. Again, the NDC, when they were planning their scheduling their primaries, didn't they take into consideration time? Because by the time they were primary, they knew when they were supposed to submit the candidate. Why did they send it that close then? And when they were doing that, why didn't they know? Didn't anybody tell them, hey, if we do this, it is the time to put it. When you were submitting, you came out with your committee. You gave the committee 2 days. At that time, didn't you know that there was a deadline? And finally, the outage. For me, the biggest hypocrisy, the biggest outrage of this came from Parliament and the majority side and the statement they issued. Reading that statement is like listening to a priest preaching to you about morality and ethics in the brothel in Las Vegas. It's just so outrageous. How do we expect us to take it advice from you who went there, you who were players in the system, you who went to monetize one of the candidates against the other, then all of a sudden you are faking outrage. How many of the men and women in the majority side of the parliament can say that they have never...
What do you mean by they went to monetize one of the candidates?
They went and gave money to one of the candidates.
But what was the donation for?
I don't know. Okay. But they were giving money on the eve to a primary.
Okay, but is the donation not as a contribution from the majority to a widow whose husband was their colleague?
You know they could have done that after the primaries, right?
They could have done what?
Made a donation after the primaries, right?
They could have done
the donation. They could have done that, right? You know, they could have also done it during the funeral, right? Like what most people do. You go and give money to somebody on the eve to elections. I'm not saying again, but all of a sudden the woman has $100,000, CDs. The woman is engaging in the primary. I mean, do the mass. So the point I'm making is that the fake outrage from the, again, and also from the majority leader and the majority side, they didn't know that the NDC constitution did not have any provision for annulling elections. So who were they deceiving? Why the fake outrage? And that is the point, that's where we've gotten to right now. That the person that you saw an opportunity that I thought you were going to do well. The NDC is now showing us that no. They prefer to put a electoral calculus over national interest. Because if they had actually gone, look, you know, the NDC could have decided that precisely because of these infractions, because of this, we will not contest the election. They could have done that. They could have said that because of this, we have been so scandalized by the actions and inactions of our members. We have been so wounded that we will take a moral stand and say that we will not contest this election. It will not affect their majority in parliament. That would have been a principal stand. That would have been telling to all Ghanaians and ladies that we didn't do this. But you didn't do that. You are now putting calculus, and so everything be damned. Corruption be damned. Election inducement be damned. Because we want to win elections, we are going to do this. And now, why did they do that? They did that because they are afraid of their shadow. Computer pointed to something that he thought they would have been seen. The NDC now thinks, look, if somebody who is in government for just 1 year, or people in government for 1 year can produce these copious amounts of money, if people out of government can bring this amount of resources, well, we are told that almost every delegate was rewarded with about 10,000 cedis, pad, rice, oil, TV, in just 1 year. The MPs in parliament are freaking out. They are freaking out because they're asking themselves, do you know what will happen when in 2-3 years' time, there are primaries? Do you know what happened when the CEOs, deputy CEOs, and others and ministers with money come to challenge them? That is what is freaking them out. So, what NDC is doing is an exercise in self-preservation. It's not in the national interest. They didn't do it because they could do it. They did it because they couldn't get away with it. They were caught on cameras with it. They were caught with their pants down and their hands in the jar. They did that because they didn't have any moral principles to stand on. They faked the outrage. And that is why we are here today.
So, what do you make of all this? Because it also means that with the monetization, with the United Party not having money, you cannot penetrate. It will only be MPP and NDC.
Even if we will not give anybody a dime. I keep saying that if it is because of money that I will never go to parliament, like I will stay in my house. Why must I go and pay somebody to be a member of parliament to serve? But you see, this morning, I am very surprised with what Zato has done. I thought you could take a cue from what the tester said from Israel. Perfect. You put the issues in a national context. and discuss it, because the MPP and the NDC are both guilty. And in fact, if we are going to go into details of it, the MPP is worse. As a matter of fact, if I were going to take
I don't understand. What do you mean by that?
Worse when it comes to they just finished the internal primaries, presidential primaries. They did it on the 31st of January. You heard the various tapes. Brian gave 700 cities. If you multiply by the 196,442 people that took part, it means on election day alone, Brian expended 137 million. We are told that Bawumia expended 500, which these figures are even conservative. And they came to tell us, they have not denied it. And for Zato, 11 days after that, to come and sit here and create an impression as though he is just coming from somewhere to Ghana and has just come to meet this
Barcelona.
news.
You can't say that he's playing sanctimonious.
It insults the integrity of our viewers. So at best, he could have behaved in a nationalistic manner. You were in this country last year, 2024, April. In fact, you conducted that interview here. We sat on this table. When there was a by-election in Ajuso, you remember that by-election? You remember Dr. Nyaku, the Kwadaso MP?
Yes, the member of Parliament.
As for him, he moved from Kwadaso, went past Bantima, went past Oforukrom, went past Tech Junction, and went to, what was the name? Ajuso, and bribed electoral officers. Dollar, Pudio, you know Pudio?
He says it was for lunch.
Jesus Christ. Why is it that today he's not going there to give them lunch? Today. The people are still there. He's not going back to give them lunch. And you have Zato, who is in the known as to what has happened. In that by-election, they gave residents weed in Tampe, these people, and added 100 cities to it. Look, weed in Tampe, what's the other name? Igbo, Bolua. They call it Bolua. They gave it to them, including women. They were given to women and added 100 cities. The New Patriotic Party did that, all because they wanted to win against Adiomi. Remember, Adiomi was contested as an independent and he nearly won that election. Look, the super delegates elections in 2023. That's how come we left the MPP.
Okay, the one conducted before the main.
Yes. They paid 200,000, 100,000 just to disgrace Mr. Alan Chemate. So what are we talking about here?
The one that triggered Alan leaving.
Absolutely. So this is a national matter that we must treat it in the national context. How many times haven't I come here and told you that monetization of our politics will destroy this country? You understand? Now you narrow it to Baba Jama. Yesterday I was watching the news item. I saw my brother standing behind. He wasn't happy. If you look at the facial expression.
So look.
I saw you. I observed the body language. Go and check the body language, the facial expression of Barbara Samoa, the Deputy General Secretary. She wasn't happy. What about Akugan? He couldn't even hold himself. The General Secretary himself was not happy. At a point, he wanted to stammer. That is not how Fifi Kwete speaks. Because this is not good news for a political party that has taken off. It's a bad news since Saturday. If they care to know, their brand has been fractured. That is how come between Saturday and Sunday, a lot of statements were being issued left, right, center, just to try to reassure the people of this country.
What's your point with this?
The point I'm making is that what Baba Jamal, together with the Haji Amina and the rest have done is to bring our body politics into disrepute. And I disagree entirely with the reasons that have been assigned by the National Democratic Congress that it is the reason why Baba Jamal must go. Baba Jamal's situation is just like the Pandai MP who has been asked to go back to Parliament. The same thing.
Why?
The NDC is telling us that, yes, you bribed your way, you paid. That is the conclusion of the committee. However, because of time constraint and because of legalities, and the legalities I disagree, because every constitution is subservient to the Constitution of Ghana. Every act or law is subservient to the Constitution of Ghana. We have a lot of laws in this country that deals with bribery. If you read the People's Representative Act 284, it talks about bribery. And in fact, if 33, and even when you go to 34, it talks about if you give meat and drink, Koscielny Meko, they did not give Koscielny Meko. It falls under 34. So for the party to come and tell us that there is no law to buy him, it's just disingenuous. You understand? It is not fair. We are building a system. We are building a future for our country. We are building democracy. There's a coming events cast their own shadows. then it means the parliamentary primaries that are ahead of them and the presidential primaries is going to be money, money, money. Now, where is the money going to come from? Now, is it even fair to the teeming millions of people that voted for the NDC who are yet to even receive matches from them? That you are organizing an election, you are giving 32-inch. Now the people call him Banasco, Baba Nasco. Hey,
they call who Banasco?
These Gen Zs, they call Baba Jama Banasco.
What is that? What does that mean?
They say Baba Jama and Nasco TV, Banasco.
Ah, oh, okay.
And like someone added General Banasco.
Hey. Like an acronym.
Hey, this country.
Do you think that the over-politicization needs to be dealt internally by the parties and that the actions by the NDC needs to be extended nationwide?
I think the party was bold to extent, but they lacked the final nail. Because they have identified that indeed there was an inducement. And they are saying that, but for time, if they had time, they would not annul the result. That is, for me, a good thing. But it is also bad because you have not been able to take the final decision. You are representing a candidate who is fractured. So tomorrow, if I see Baba Jama in Parliament, what I know is that he paid his way to Parliament. Just like I've told you about Nyindam. That Nyindam, according to the High Court decision, was fractured. He, as a matter of fact, stole. But because the NDC was time-barred, that is why he's in Parliament. Why would I take you serious? And it is the reason why we must be serious with whatever we do. We must hammer on this. But you see, it comes back to how our institutions are weak. Roland, you remember on the 15th of September 2025, I, together with Apia Dankwa and Ebu Bakman, we petitioned the OSP to investigate Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
On what?
On the same corruption issues. We knew what we were doing. See, sometimes when you initiate something, people think that it is because you hate a personality. I can never hate Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. As a human being, why would I do that?
What was the petition about?
What we were trying to achieve was to prevent or avert some of these things. That he had gone to make a statement that he single-handedly donated more than 300 brand new Navara pickups.
Navara.
Now, when you put pen to paper and calculate how much was involved, and if Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia decided throughout his tenure as a vice president, the entire 8 years, not to touch a cent of his salary, plus all the traveling allowances and so on, he couldn't buy 15 of those vehicles. Yet, he told us, and this was coming from him, that he was able to buy more than 300 brand new Navara pickups. So what we wanted to achieve was to cause the OSP to investigate, to serve as a deterrent. Because mind you, our Political Parties Act and so on and so forth calls to question, even you are mandated to disclose whoever is investing or whoever is contributing to a political campaign. When we did that, from our resources, we are not in government, I have never been in government. Anytime they are in government, we are in opposition. Courtesy of a good for they nearly even destroyed our businesses. I go and submit this petition, common courtesy from OSP, to even acknowledge.
You don't mean it. You mean the petition is still...
He doesn't care about it. So when I heard him say that he was going to investigate Baba Jama, I laughed. I gave you a cool chop. This one is what's coming from the horse's own mouth.
Cool chop?
Cool chop.
How many Navaras did you say?
He said more than 300, so it could be 500, it could be 600, it could be 700. But you let's just be conservative and peg it at 300 Navara pickups and check the price of a unit of Navara pickup.
Navara?
Navara. The man is working and you have somebody representing in the person of Zato, who is a strong Bawumia loyalist, come here, present the issue as though there is nothing in the pipeline.
You said Navara, eh?
Navara. No. So he would have been better off discussing this matter as a nationalistic one. Look, it doesn't even end with all the political parties. Have you observed Methodist, Presby, Church of Pentecost and others, their elections? My goodness. I witnessed one with Methodist when I was here in youth couple. People actually bribe their way to become bishops. Bribery is becoming a norm, something that is with us. From cultural perspective, I don't understand. If you want to be if you go and visit someone in your culture, in my culture, in that of Zato and then Tango's culture, when you go and visit someone, is this not the person that's supposed to give you water? We are turning it around. The politician go there and the politician is supposed to offer the water to the person that you are visiting. And we are encouraging it. So, as a matter of fact, if there is anything about the NDC that I love, that's the only thing that I love, is they have a song, the anthem. What is the name of that? From victory. Go and listen to the words in that song.
But the MPP also have.
No, they say
Save Ghana.
To say they came to loot to say save Ghana.
So you said the NDC anthem. What's wrong with it?
Arise, arise for Ghana, ye patriots of the land, towards a secured future. Development is their goal. Can you say that what Baba Jamal, Al-Hajj Amina, and the rest have done is towards a secure future, is towards a development? No, this cannot be. And I believe that the party must, because the reason that they are giving the time is short, the party has the power to have even selected. They could have selected someone. Now look, we have annulled everything from Nima, Ayawasu is, we are taking this man to go and represent us, and not to present a fractured candidate who would be a representation of what we are born as a society.
Nationally, how do we tackle this in a national sense? You as leading political parties.
Let me put this straight, and then it will help my brother.
Please do that in 4 minutes, okay?
It's straightforward. When the General Secretary articulated the position of FEC on the report, it was very clear. Now, if you look at the statement from the presidency, that's why Functional Executive Committee yesterday thanked His Excellency the President, John Dramani Mahama, for the bold decision on Baba Jamal, and followed it up that there were 2 other government appointees who are also caught in the report. And so the parties also appealing to the
I think we have a problem with your mic, so just hold on. So how do we tackle this heads-on nationally? Because throughout the conversation and the narrative, it's a national canker.
Thank you. I agree. That's what I said. What happened in Ayawaso was the norm, not the exception.
How do you think the party should deal with it?
The party should come. We need laws. In fact, the majority is sitting there, they can easily pass a law. But there's something I have to talk about. Look, it's very important, and I like the Solomon's call for what? Public inquiry and public investigation. I like it. Honorable Alan Chramenten, that is his official name. But when he was contesting to lead the MPP in 2002, his name was changed from Alan Chramenten to Alan Cash. Even Sarkodie played a song using Alan Cash, Alan Cash. Why was his name?
Sarkodie has a song?
There's a song. There's a Zonto song say Fremi Alan Cash or something like that.
Shadrach, is there an Zonto song for Fremi Alan?
Zonto Fiesta from Alan Cash. Where did he get that? You know the song? No, I just know that line from Alan Cash. Where did he get that name? Where did he get that name? Today you are sitting here pretending that. Where did Alan Cash get that name?
What's your point?
My point is that he who lives in a glass house don't throw stones. In that
if
election,
you live in a glass house,
don't throw stones. Whatever you are, don't throw. Solomon is living in a glass house and he's throwing stones. How did his boss get the name Alan Cash?
So you
the name only came out. No, my 4 minutes. The name only came out when he started contesting to lead the MPP. That was where the only came. How did he get Alan Cash? His father didn't give him Alan Cash. It's not his birth certificate. How did he get Alan Cash? In the last election, he contested. There were what's the name? Your pickups of your competitors running all over the country.
Where did he you around in 2007?
Was that around?
In terms of monitoring the politics of Ghana. Because the intent of that name was to mean that if he gets to win and become president, there will be money for
cash.
people.
But it's not to give cash. And so all the people sending me
that was the policy.
People are sending he was called Alan Cash. He was called Alan Cash because of what? Why did he get Alan Cash? The point I'm making is this. If we are going to call for vision, by all means do that, you've done it. I also hope that by this application, you can also then petition the ASP to also investigate the Ayawasu East Wagam thing. I don't think that there's a problem with
saying the ASP is already investigating that.
Good, I'm fine with that. Remember, I started by saying that we can do that. That I was happy and impressed with the initial NDC outreach. I was, because first of all, for once, we're going to see a party take a bold stand and face the damn consequences. I remember I said that. Less than 24 hours, then we didn't realize that all that outreach was fake. That's the problem. All that was fake. And now the NDC is saying
you said that in your first response.
Yes, so
my question, let me repose the question. Perhaps maybe you didn't get the...
I got you very clear. I was just responding to the fact that his boss was called Alan Cash.
Okay.
Because of money
so the question I ask is that we've dealt the first time by way of the responses on the issue of the individual parties.
Okay.
I'm saying, so right now you're throwing even Alan Cash.
No, but I have to respond. No. I will respond. I will respond. But you just spoke, I have to respond.
You are now talking.
Okay, it's okay. So on this table, there is the general consensus that everybody else is guilty. And you even rightly say that if you live in a
glass house,
don't throw stones.
Yes.
So I'm asking the question, nationally then, how do we deal with this canker as political parties and players, civil society, etc.?
Thank you. Today, we can lay an emergency bill in Parliament banning the giving of gifts, explicitly saying it. That law can also say that all political parties must enshrine in their constitutions measures to annul such elections. We can do today. There's supermajority in the House, and there's appetite in the House for such things. Civil society organizations will help. If the majority don't have the capacity to do it, they can easily do that. Let's do that. One, let's say that all political parties should desist. If it is money for transportation, for food, everything, that money should come from the national headquarters of the party. And they should be announced before the primary days. Long weeks or months before that, the day you are coming out with your outlines for your primaries, also announce that we will provide each delegate with this amount of money for transport, for food, and for accommodation, because sometimes people travel long distances. Outline that. They make it clear that any candidate who goes outside these lines to provide any money in the name of food, transport, distance is breaking that law. They will insist that political parties enshrine that, and then we can do that. We can go ahead. The president talked about establishing special courts to deal with public accounts committee. Then we can also establish specialized courts in all the regions to specifically deal with this, to say that during that time, we will send OSP, BNI, CID officials to monitor that any candidate who does this and do. My point is that this can be a teachable and a learnable moment. Let's take the moral high ground. Let's move to legislation. Let's move to punish culprits for that. Because if we don't do that, we are just going back to what? Our usual settings. And that's no good for us.
You contested Sisala East for the MPP primaries, right? What did you share? What's your response to
I didn't share anything. I didn't share anything. I want to make this. I didn't share anything.
No, you didn't.
And I didn't know that we're personalizing this thing. But go ahead.
No, by your experience.
No. It's not my experience.
I'm not
go ahead.
It's a whole question you can answer.
I've answered. I didn't share anything.
My mic now.
Oh, Tanko. Okay.
Yes. I was like when
how do we do with this nationally?
Included in my
not nationally.
No,
you didn't.
I was certain
we had a technical.
Yes. So I have to correct that. We thank His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. The statement he issued, it's not hypocritical.
We call him Baba Jamal.
The statement he issued as an appointee. If you go and read the statement, there's no paragraph in that statement which was calling for annulment of the election. None. Dr. Zato, President didn't issue that. He didn't. He's a leader of the party, and he knows the party constitution very well. He has led the party on several fronts, and currently he is a leader of the party. So in issuing that statement, he didn't call for that thing. He knows that power rests with functional executive committee through the national committee. No, but he didn't. That statement, the president's statement, he didn't. If you also look at the general secretary, in fact, he coordinated and spoke eloquently about reasons behind we calling that the president should also exert the same punishment with the other appointees who are also found in this issue. The party didn't mince words in that. And you must congratulate the NDC for taking this bold step on that. The General Secretary articulated that in his statement, and it's live. You can pick it out from there. And then secondly, you see, nationalists, again, if you look at it, that's why I'm saying we should comment the NDC, because we have taken the bull by the horn by adding 4 more members to the 3 existing ones and giving them expanded mandate to look at how we can resolve this matter. Because it's an institutional issue. It's an institutional matter. It's not individuals or this and that the party is looking at. We are looking at institutional matter because we are going to bigger elections. We are going to reorganize our party up to December. And so if we don't come out with regulations or issues that will help us stop these issues as we are moving into the election, it's likely to raise its head. And then so the NDC should comment on that. And I can assure you, as we are doing, political watchers and others, they are commending the NDC because for you, they won't talk about it, the MPP, because you have institutionalized it. It's part and parcel of MPP. There's no way they can regulate it in that party.
Make sure we stop or reduce this nationally.
Of course, that is why. Yeah, that is why I'm saying that for the NDC, we have gone ahead. We have set a committee. We have given the expanded mandate. Go into the matter. Give us recommendations that we can try to resolve. We have seen some lacuna in our party constitution. We are trying to cure that lacuna. Okay, we have seen that in our regulation that they give to us as election directorate. I work in the election director of the party. So the party will always give us regulations that, look, use this regulation to conduct our elections for us. Are you getting it? So there is a lacuna in there. That does not look at how, if somebody is monetizing the process, how are you going to deal with that matter? Now we are giving that mandate to the committee to come out with this recommendation as how to deal with this one. And that is why I'm saying Dr. Zato and your group should commend the NDC that, look, this is a serious political party. That is and then my good brother, we are trying to see how best we can help develop the country through this, so that you and I, we don't have deep pockets. We can contest elections. Okay? We don't have deep pockets. So we can go it. So that is what we are looking. And I know my good brother is also listening his boot, Dr. Zato, to come and contest again. He doesn't have deep pocket, of course, but we'll still beat them because you know for MPP, I don't know why they still want to contest those areas, because you won't win. We'll make sure that we'll come.
Don't personalize. I said don't personalize.
No, I say he won't win. You know why I'm saying that he won't win? Because the thing we are doing over there in that constituency, in that area, they will still vote for NDC. We have reduced prices of food. Yes, we have reduced prices of food.
Don't say that.
We have reduced fuel prices for that area. The big push, we are opening the road networks in the area. The road networks, big push is over. The one huge moving vehicles. So all these things that we are doing over there, Dr. Zato, don't go in contest because you won't win. NDC will continue to win in that area. So these are the things we are doing.
You have a course coming up, 2027?
No, we're starting this year.
Okay. Ultimately, when you have need to do amendments and all that.
Yes, at that time.
It's likely to be tabled if the recommendations are.
Fantastic. That is why I'm saying that. So we incorporate it into our decision and deal with that matter.
So, substantively, while you respond to some of these issues and how we tackle it nationally, by extension, there's already a case in court.
Yes.
Brought by three key individuals, great statesmen in our country, that by extension we should abolish the delegate system. In other facets of the narrative, the belief is that once you have the delegate system being expanded just beyond those who are selected to the entire membership, then it also means that the ability for individuals, whether they have money or not, to be able to bribe or induce for those delegates or the members by extension to be voted will be reducing.
No, we of the United Party thinks otherwise. We believe that the expansion of the delegate system is not the panacea. Remember when we started our fourth Republican dispensation, if you took NPP, they had less than 3,000 delegates. People thought that was okay. We didn't witness some of these incidents of high monetization of our politics. Then people called for expansion of the delegate system. 211,849 is now their delegates, total delegates they have. You saw what happened. Brian paying 700 to each of the delegates. Baumia paying 500. Kennedy paying 500. You calculate, I just gave you the money.
Didn't pay at all.
They said Kwame Japan didn't have, because he wasn't in the government. He sat on it, the people are not happy with him. So, from the UP's perspective, and this is what we are going to do, Roland Walker is a very good material. He has what it takes to represent the people of this country in parliament. Roland is in the Ashama constituency. United Party will pick you and support you. And they said, I'm take it to good. You could be our parliamentary candidate for Ashama. Cookie Tea is good. We know she can represent us in parliament.
What's your point with this?
The point that we are making is that it is competition that brings all this monetization. But as a party, you should be able to have a research team go into a constituency. Know, first of all, the one that is competent. Competence is the key word here. To the one that endears himself to the constituency, who could contribute immensely to the development of this country. And that person will be given the opportunity to contest on the ticket of the United Party. So that this whole idea of competition, people paying money here and there, is eliminated from our body.
What should the parties do to make sure that this is outlawed in the first place?
No, they have to. I mean, NDC like that, I was very surprised. They lost election in 2000 and they shifted from it. It used to be selection in the NDC. That this person is good. Settle on him. That is the way to go. We are building a country. When last did any elections bring the best out of the country? Do you believe for a moment that if you went to parliament, that those representing the country now are the best of people we have in this country? No, it is because of some of these things. Those that have the ideas, the knowledge that could represent this world, they don't have the money. They are not corrupt by nature. So they will not even accept money from galamseyers, from drug laws here and there. So they will not be given the opportunity to go and represent us. And that we believe that is not the way to go. So they must settle on selection. But just let me deal with the issue of Alan Cash and how I am very happy he himself admitted to you that in 2007 he was not in this country. And that this
I didn't say that.
Were you in this country?
Yes.
You were in the fantastic day. It makes the matter even worse.
Yes.
And he told us that people are sending him messages. People are sending, that's why he's coming out with
delegates.
They are telling you that?
Yes.
Delegates?
And even in the last delegates, he also gave them money. Yes.
That's what you get.
MPP delegates, yes. He gave money. Alan gave out money.
Why are you in a rush? You think I'm going to leave you? I'm going to.
Oh, let's go.
Okay, I'm not asking you questions. Let me. Why are you in the. You ask me. Why are you jittery? Why are you feeling jittery?
You asked me a question, I answered you.
You are sweating in air conditioning. You see today.
Okay, thank you.
Alan Cash being named Alan Cash was from policy perspective. He said, jobs for the people, cash for the people.
Jobs for the people.
Cash for the people. Of course, when you get job, it's cash that you're going to get. And this has run through since 2007 that Alan Cash started his journey to becoming the president of the land. Everybody knows jobs for the people, cash for the people. Now we have Nana Akufo-Addo's faction thinking that when they turn the heat on Alan and made Alan Cash popular, it will mean that he was dishing out monies to delegates. If Alan Cash was that Alan Cash, Nana Akufo-Addo couldn't have survived in 2007.
He would have given more money.
Absolutely. We believe in campaign. Look, in 2007, you know why he was able to challenge Nana Akufo-Addo and neutralize his effect? Whereas Nana Akufo-Addo was doing close campaign, Alan was the one that introduced broad-based campaign. You go to a constituency, those days, the delegates were few. But he would not deal with the delegates. He would go and engage the entire constituency because he believes that that delegate goes to a church. And so the pastor has an influence on that delegate. That delegate has a kinsman, so he believes that that kinsman can have an influence. It was after that you people started learning this. It has nothing to do with whether or not Alan Cash was paying money. In any case, crime has no expiry date. Are you aware of that? If Dr. Zato believes Alan Chamati has been given money in the past, I challenge you today that you petition the office of the special prosecutor. If you are man enough, together with the entire MPP team, petition that Alan Chamati was given money. If you are unable to do that, so that we move on. I have been able to petition that Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, by way of his rendition, say that he donated more than 300 vehicles, is a potential corrupt person and must be investigated. And that petition is with the OSP.
The Navarra.
Unlike yours, that you just come and throw it into the air and there is no substance, and you keep thinking that the more you say, the more it sticks. It does not.
300 pickups?
More than that, brand new. What is the salary?
From Alan Cash.
And in fact, the vice president is even on tape to have said that when he fought for the party to come to power, they made a lot of money. Do we make money in government?
I don't understand.
You can only make money when you are corrupt. Say, oh, when I fought for them to come to power, a lot of people made money. If I had not fought, would you make money? So clearly, they know. And it's one of the sins. You remember the sins that they spoke of, that the E-gate at the airport was inflated by almost $240 million. You understand? As we speak, check the cases that the OSP is going through. There is one case that involves the stealing of rice, 10 containers of rice at the port. And that thing took place at the office of the vice president. They stole someone's rice and gave it to those people that were fasting. We have not come to all these. And you come and sit here and you want to pontificate. So when it comes to issues of corruption, bribery, and the MPP must not make a statement.
If you live in a glass house.
Me, I'm living in a glass house. I've thrown stone. I want you to throw back. That's the challenge I'm giving to him.
All right. Mr. Tanko, at the end of the day, while we transition and try to wrap up, our second subject is about how we've moved an inch up when it comes to the corruption perception index. And it's inverse, the way they do it. Once you inch closer to 1, it means that you're more corrupt. And if you inch closer, or if you get closer or down to 100, it means you're less corrupt. We've moved from 42 downwards to 43, so moved up by 1. Does it mean that you look at the actions of the government as well as the various quasi-judicial institutions we have in our country, and then the ability to be able to deal with the menace in itself, there's some level of commitment that has been reflected in this upward adjustment?
Very well. You see, I remember last year I was telling you, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, after staying in opposition for 8 years, he observed the way the country was being governed and brought out this idea of reset agenda. That, look, we need to reset a lot of our institutions, the way we do things in this country. We need to reset it. And as when he came in, he held the bull by the horn. One, look at the size of government he's running.
Okay.
The size of government, the leanest that you can think of, the leanest government that you can think of is what is happening. And it's permeating through his own lifestyle, it's permeating through all his appointees and other things. For 12 months in government, from January to December, there was no incidence of alleged corruption or corruption-related issues in any of the agencies across the country. Now, because of how...
You mean on a large scale or small scale? Because
just completely.
Really, there have been incidents of actions and inactions of some appointee MCs, DCs, etc. Related to Galamsey and some
those ones. We are talking of the barefooted corrupt activities that would bedevil the country under the regime of Nana Akufo-Addo. It was glaring. You didn't even need to go to school to know that these are corrupt practices. An example is just go to this in Parliament. When you are getting to Parliament, on your left-hand side, you see a very big hole there. The amount sunk in there. That one there, you just go and bring primary school children and ask them that this hole cost almost $90 million. $97 million, this hole. The children will jump out from their car and say, what is this? Because they know money. But my last daughter, when she's going to school, if you give her 1 cedi, she knows the meaning of 1 cedi and 2 cedi. Now, if I go and tell her that this hole you are seeing there's cost $97 million in PPP, I don't know how to change it into a scan language or my own language. So it was barefooted, and everybody saw it. But under his watch, he gave out a code of conduct and announced that anybody who is found culpable on this, I'm going to deal with you.
You've signed the code of conduct?
We all signed. I have copy. Every day I go to office, I look at the copy, read.
You do?
Yes. Asa, who wants to be dealt with? And go and face the camera. So everybody, and interestingly enough, you will go and see what we call commitment authorization from Ministry of Finance. And you know what it meant? Before you go and procure or give out contract, you must make sure that you get authorization from Ministry of Finance.
Otherwise you can't.
You can't. And PPA will not even give you authorization to go ahead with a procurement when they don't see commitment authorization from Finance Ministry. You must show evidence that there's money in your agency to pay what you are going to do. That is why we have ended the year without any incident of scandals. And so, look, this year, government is even going to go higher.
What if one comes up?
Oh,
you think the president would deal with it?
The president just saw something at Ayawasu East. He was sitting there. And this incident came publicly. People were showing on TVs and other things. Didn't you see what the action he took on that? And said, look, this one he has just taken, he's waiting for the report. The party can also deal with that matter. Are you getting it? And the party came out and also said, look, this is what we are saying. This thing happened and all this happened. The other two to also be dealt with. Are you getting it? The president is watching it. When this issue, have you heard the issue of the Amancia, the DC, who is alleged to be taxing fines and all these things? There's a report on that matter.
Yes.
And the report has been presented to the...
It's a joint news document.
Good. The president ordered the local government minister to quickly investigate the matter.
Already?
Already, fast. Yesterday, Felix Kwachi, the government spokesperson, on his timeline, wrote on that matter. And the minister received the report from Joy. We are not going to look, because whatever we are doing in this country is for the good of these people. We are going to make sure that we reset the country and reset it well. So anybody who is going to go outside what the president has done, this one we have to congratulate the president. Just 1 year, he's managed to overturn that their 8-year corrupt activities, and Ghana became a laughingstock outside. Now Ghana is now a baby to the Committee of Nations. Everybody is inviting us everywhere. The president is being invited. Darling, they are sending aircraft to come and pick him, to come and attend functions But unlike there are people, they were renting and renting bathroom on top of on air. That is not what we are seeing now. So I know what my brother is going to say. You have to congratulate the NDC government, his government of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, for making sure that we have inched up in the corruption index. You have seen that. Unprecedented. This year, it will
Your 3 minutes
increase.
is up. You have 3 minutes as well.
Thank you very much. Unprecedented. I just want to start from there. 2024, it was 42%. 2025, unprecedented is 43%. That's unprecedented is 43%. In the University of Ghana, if I graded you and I gave you 43%, it's an F. So what the transparency is saying that the NDC government has an F in corruption fight. MPP had F's too. Agree. But here's the point. You use the whole of 2024 to talk about looting in MPP. You launch a fictitious Ajapa book of it in looting. You put looting in your manifesto to say MPP was looting. You came, one of the first committees you said was oral, which we now know is all full of garbage. Everything was looting. You ranted on all these things we're talking about. Despite all that, Transparency International still gave you a failure, F, in your corruption fight. So everything you have said, we should clap for President, clap for him for getting an F in corruption. Clap for the president for failing massively. That's F is good. Good. I want to read something here from the report. It says that dismissal of the former Chief Justice and the various petitions for the removal of heads of various independent institutions smacks of politicization of the judiciary and law enforcement and undue influences by the executive. These acts are more than some of the biggest casualties you can do on fighting corruption. To fight corruption, you need an independent judicial system. This is Transparency International talking. They are saying that these actions and inactions, what you did, because you took a bulldozer to the judiciary in Ghana, you dismantled it. You say you took a judiciary and you dismantled the independence of the judiciary.
So this is from Transparency International. This is how they interpret the CPI. If you get between 0 to 49, it indicates high levels of corruption. Mm-hmm. If you get 50 to 100, mm-hmm. So if you are, let's say, 100 mm-hmm. out of 182 countries, so mm-hmm. you are, let's say, the 100th country out of 182, it suggests a cleaner public sector, mm-hmm. though no country could be immune to corruption. So you are less corrupt. Yes. So they say mm-hmm. the more you inch downwards mm-hmm. to 100 mm-hmm. or the 182 countries mm-hmm. in the assessment, mm-hmm. then less corrupt you are. Mm-hmm. So if you're 42 mm-hmm. and you get to be measured 43, mm-hmm. 42 is more corrupt than 43. That's the interpretation.
I'm saying, the point I'm also making is that, you see, I don't want to do comparison about what happens. Yes, it's true. You've aged once. Mm-hmm. But still, I'm saying that in any grading system, the grading system that I work with, that's an F. The grading system I know is an F. It's an F. You is an F. You must is an F. You got an F in this one. But the point I'm making is that, and they are telling you why. Because you see, what you did was, what the government did was strategic. Go to the foundations that have to fight corruption. Put fear and panic in the men and women who are supposed to fight corruption. So that if they are afraid of their jobs, they will leave you free. That's why the report is saying that by taking a bulldozer to the judiciary, by removing a co-equal arm of government, and by going to this issue, you were institutionalizing corruption. I would have thought that after all this noise about looting, about oral, about this, I would have thought that the government would have done at least pass by about 50 on my scale. But after all this is said, and just 1 year, listen, I then also expected that this is the honeymoon of the government. After you've launched code of conduct, after you've launched all this, I thought it was a honeymoon. So again, I was very optimistic that the government would have done significantly better. But I'm woefully pathetically disappointed in how they performed. Because you see, if in your first year you cannot fight corruption, and we can all agree, what happens when you start your primaries? We've just seen Smolo. This was not captured in the report, so this will be captured in the next one. What happened? Because we all know, and we cannot pretend that when the primary starts, it's going to get worse. If in your first year, with all the honeymoon, with everybody basically giving you a pass, with Solo sitting here basically giving you a pass, because you are very young, you get F, fail, only for
if you flip it,
what happens when this the Baba Jamals and the Evans is multiply and quadruple? Thank you.
What you flip
so
it,
our situation will be rather worse next year if because of the NPP's internal primaries. Remember, people were paying 700, 500, 500, and that was just by the bar. They went around campaigning. Some were being sent to the Abetifi Hotel there. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was paying. Everyone was paying. So clearly, if this is what is going to be used to measure the levels of corruption, then you would have exacerbated the situation. But let me tell you, when I read the report and the Transparency International made reference to the removal of the CJ as a basis for where we are, I just stopped reading. I realized it was total rubbish.
You shouldn't have cited that.
Total garbage. You see, I keep telling people that all the international organizations, if you are in sub-Saharan Africa, you must open your minds. First of all, who sponsors these Transparency International people? What is their motive? That when a government uses the constitution to legitimately remove a chief justice, you are saying by following due process that amounts to corruption, then you are not a serious institution. I keep saying that no amount of machination whatsoever to arms twisting here and there would make the removal of the chief justice Tokonu something that was not needed. A private citizen of this country, Daniel Ofori, petitions. The petition is sent to the presidency. The president, together in consultation with the Council of State, establishes the prima facie case. A committee is established. The Chief Justice gets the opportunity of meeting with 4 lawyers, submits close to 10,000 evidences. The case is adjudicated. They go through it. A recommendation is made that, look, you have exhibited misconduct. Based on that, the Chief Justice is removed, and you have a faceless body citizen saying that by following the Ghanaian constitution, it means you are corrupt, and we want to entertain it. What are they talking about? We cannot be allowing international bodies to take us hostage in our own country. The last time we came here what's the name? Was Jabunte Zato not pressing the current Chief Justice and their rulings concerning Pandai?
I don't understand.
I don't understand.
He was praising the Supreme Court that, first of all, injuncted the rerun of the Pandai elections. Again, when the Shashirara was upheld, he was again here praising the judges. But for the removal of Chief Justice Tokoro, would you have experienced this for you to praise?
So you're saying Fiegum Potogum?
Fiegum Potogum don't mind some of these institutions.
I don't understand the language.
If he favors him...
If he favors him, look. You remember early part of last year.
We don't understand the tree. So
early part of last year.
You understand?
2025. When we came here, the first he started telling me was that, look, you people, you had 31,000. You had 31,000. Is that not the case?
Who had 31,000?
He said Mr. Lanchemante had 31,000.
At the time, the movement for...
Yes, he was teasing me. Today...
No, I don't tease you. I just...
No, yeah, you stated a fact. Fantastic. Today, what is his argument? He's saying that 42 and 43 are all F.
That's what he said.
Is that not what he said?
Yes. Even though it's an improvement by 1.
No, but he said F by his grading system.
Yes.
Now,
no, it's not my grading. The University of Ghana's grading system.
So, by University of Ghana's grading system,
yes.
41 and 0 point. Is it not the same F?
It is.
So then why did you make that? Why then were you making the point that you had 31,000? The truth of the matter is that 41 is higher than the vote you had is higher than mine. But in spite of the fact that, or the mere fact that we all failed, does not mean yours was not the quality failure. You understand? But today, conveniently, you want to say that we all failed. It doesn't work like that. Everybody, a child born today, knows that your administration was that corrupt. Nana Akufo-Addo, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, you are only having mouth because people here are pampering them. This administration, they are pampering them. From the Attorney General to the OSP to Yoko, they are pampering them. That is how come even the issue of Cocoa Board. See, an issue. That by now the actual administration must be dealing with. Look, you go to an institution like the Fertilizer Council. The former board chair, you have completed your tenure. She is in the home and then holding on to government vehicles. She doesn't want to bring it. And she speaks roughly to them.
Currently,
the Fertilizer Council. The woman. She has state access with her. And I don't know, people are so weak. They are weak. You are pampering them because you are afraid. Look, if the United Party gets to power 2029, Ghana will be sweet.
Going by this latest report,
yes,
the CPI, do you think that what has been shown by way of the aesthetics,
yes,
or the optics, so to speak, and then the actions in themselves, the president as well as his government have shown that they are more prone to dealing with corruption or not. And so that's a reflection of what we're seeing.
The president must up the game. You see, there are certain things that are happening in his administration. Maybe some of it he doesn't know. For instance, you look at NIMOS, what the yeoman job that gentleman Kendeboa is doing. Do you believe for a moment that they are investigating him? That he is rather corrupt? Because he's stepping on toes? You see, when you don't crack the whip, I've seen the Amansia Central issue. You understand? Amansia Central, that's where I come from. I know the situation very well. I kept telling you last year that if they don't deal with it decisively, the entire area will be gone. We will lose it. By now, that person must be behind bars. The investigation is ongoing. At least he must step aside.
Be interdicted.
Absolutely. You see, there has to be precision. What of the guy, the MP that Stephen Dove or whatever, the one that led the attack on the... Yes, what has happened to that matter? The president must begin to be decisive with some of these things. It is only this. He is not serving the interest of NDC people. He's serving the interest of this country and the legacy he leaves. You see, we are at a crossroad. Whether or not our democracy will survive depends on how decisive the president is with this last opportunity. The NPP has destroyed this country. He is the only last hope to save this democracy. Who? John Mahama. He is the last. That's why they say he is the hope. He must represent that hope, that song that they sang for this country. That anything short of that, this country will never know democracy.
Okay, gentlemen, I have some comments here. Let me just quickly go through. Let me say good morning to James Kofi Pinkram. James Kofi Pinkram, I say Pinkus. Wishing you all the best of the day. But importantly, I have this one from Roland Jan Kwafo. Good morning. He says, please ask Solo to address this. Wasn't his boss Alan Chamantin among the first to introduce monetization of internal
I have done so.
2000.
I've done so.
MPP flag bearer.
I've done so here. Oh, you didn't
remember what happened? What is the response to that? Of Akko Hills. That's
what is that? Of Akko Hills.
When he was even flying, he was the only candidate who started flying with helicopter during the primaries.
No, but what is the big deal about helicopter?
Canary. Oh, Canary.
That's why they sent you.
Moses says that when Mr. Penyo Makin forced the judiciary or the Supreme Court to sit on a case on Friday and in due time, that one wasn't a problem for Mr. Zato. When the CJ doesn't want, he won't even see the okay. So I've seen that as well. Prince Daniel York says, I'm disappointed with the NDC's decision to clear Baba Jamal. I understand the political consideration, but for the sake of the reset agenda, they should have made a sacrifice by appointing someone else to represent them at the EC office today. This could have been a powerful starting point to signal to Ghanaians that all political parties will now be held to higher standards of accountability. And so he says that the people are watching closely. And the OSP is doing cherry picking. Why are they still not giving feedback on the Navara donations and the investigations?
They won't. The
petition by Solomon and two of his friends. And I have this one from Elliot Ogbe, who says that I want to use this platform to invite all Ghanaians who are witnessing and benefiting from the good works of the NDC to join the NDC as they are undertaking a membership drive. To Dr. Zato, I urge you to focus on facts and substance. Public debate should be truthful with constructive criticism. Solomon always comes prepared, credibility intact. Good morning to Dr. Tanko, you say. Money ni money, please tell Dr. Tanko they should jail the corrupt MPP officials before we believe them. Dr. Tanko, say do jail. Guy G, Cantonment Accra, has this one, quite long, but I'll read it. Very instructive. These contests in our political space have always been characterized with one form of expenditure or the other. However, the various processes, including filing of nominations and canvassing for votes through the various forms of campaigns, all do come at a cost. Democracy is said to be expensive, and those who seek to participate in this process must show a high level of resourcefulness. In the advanced democracies, one's level of resourcefulness is highly regulated, and rightly so, because tendency to abuse such abilities to one's own advantage is higher. While the use of money in politics remains an important feature that cannot be done away with, The abuse of it eminent has very often generated controversies across the globe. Regards to my good brother Solomon Owusu, Gaiji Cantonment Accra.
Gaiji, good morning.
Oh, you know him, eh?
Yeah, Gaiji is a correct guy.
You tell your friends to come and say good things about you.
He's actually a strong MPP.
Yes.
Man, Gaiji.
He's a level-headed person.
I don't know.
He's level-headed. Eh?
Someone is telling me that you paid 1,500 cedis doing the Sister Lives. They sent it from Sister Lives. You are here saying otherwise.
I like your research to finish salary. That's very
1,500.
1,500 is also paid. Instead of bringing that money for us to go
It's okay.
Where's your boss?
Please, let me read the last one.
The man is saying that he used 1,500.
Let me read the last one. Lawyer Kakri, good morning to you. Good morning to you, Uncle. And says, please ask Dr. Zato if the MPP constitution has a provision for annulment of primaries in a similar situation. And if there is, why the MPP in government did not annul the primaries in Ejumako in Yanisiam, where cars were freely shared. I haven't forgotten that incident. Ikufado was the president then, you say. Well, thank you all for giving us these messages as well. And then also Simon Agianap, I see your message well acknowledged. Michael Cluvia also, your message is acknowledged. And Blueprint says, if the NDC meant business about the so-called inappropriate conduct by their members for which Baba Jamal had to suffer from forfeiting his ambassadorial position, then they should have annulled the elections to allow the MPP to run for the Ayawaso East election or by-election. But the NDC did this under pretense to deceive Ghanaians that time wasn't on their side. And then that says that politics of convenience. Emmanuel Entry watching us from Israel. Thank you so much. Also, all those on our stream, we're grateful. We've seen a number of messages as well. Well acknowledged. Nila Tesa, hey, Solomon. And then we have Richard Inketia. It says, I should tell Solo, we love him so much. Abu Lawa says, I don't know why I like Solo too much. And George Sedo also says, too much love for Solo. Gafaru Jantong Dagboshe also says, good morning. I say Prince Ania, your Brimpon Kaba, Zilis Dwayne, my guy. And
but you have interesting names, so Money, Prince Ania. Okay.
Now, if you want to look smart and fashionable, visit any Woodin boutique nationwide today. Woodin is offering an amazing collection of authentic African fabrics, all ready to wear, coming in beautiful designs, and all colors meant for men and women. Now with Woodin, you get to be creative, fashionable, versatile in your designs. You also get to be confident and you get to show off how truly African you are. And with Woodin, it also means that you get to choose and make the choice of fabrics you want. So go to any Woodin boutique today. Also get to locate them on social media. Their accounts are available. Search for Woodin Fashion, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, among many others. And you can see that for our Wednesday, where we're in Great Fugu. And this one, again, courtesy of Dr. Salifu Combat, and then also ADO Dodu of the Ghana National Fire Service. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much for this as well. But thank you, gentlemen. We're taking a break. When we come back, we'll bring you the latest in sports. Stay with us.
How may I help you today?
We'd like to open a bank account.
Sign here, sign here, sign here, and here. And now you draw direction to your house. I need your thumbprint. And I'll need your birth certificate too.
6258 to book now.
Your most Why settle for a bouquet when you can have a vacation?
Join us at the Chill River Resort in Cape Town,
Where the world stops and the focus is entirely on the two of you. Just you and your lover.
From the 13th of February to the 15th,
We're leaving the chaos of a crowd behind for a weekend of intimacy and play.
think boat cruise.
The heat of a bonfire and the kind of serenity that lets you explore every moment together.
Limited rooms are available for just 2,200 Ghana cedis only to enjoy 2 nights of luxury and pleasure.
Inclusive of special decor, candlelight dinner, and wine on arrival for you.
The room is ready. Are you?
Visit mgtix.africa
Or call 054-788-6258 to book now.
Your most intimate Valentine yet is waiting.
Brought to you by Ghana Premiership Football Limited. For sponsorship and partnerships, call or WhatsApp 0544 335 157.
If you're looking to listen to thought-provoking conversations, to avoid any further brouhaha, all this English to just say, I will do nothing. I will ghost him. So like what you say, be like that.
I'm suddenly not feeling too well.
Answers to life's big questions. Has someone asked you to do kapoha before?
I don't drink.
You go to church and pray for miracles. But that's somebody's money.
The owner is going to come.
For a show filled with excitement, laughter, and unforgettable moments.
Me, I live life full of drama to the left, to the right. If you see me, look this side,
to games that keep you laughing. What in the name of Peppa Pig is going on here? Just as tonight is the place to be, where the fun never stops.
Just as Tonight now shows on Saturdays at 8 p.m. on TV3.
Welcome back. It's still TV3 in New Day, and yes, Mutala, are you reminding us of the late Dr. Kwame Nkrumah?
Rebirth.
Today, Anna today.
Rebirth.
Your colors are colorful, the black and the blue and all of that. You look amazing, though.
Thank
you look
very,
very
you look
amazing.
good as well.
Thank you. I mean, I've been explaining from morning that even though it's Fugu inspired, it still looks like Fugu Anna Meboa. But the thing is heavy. It's not easy.
Well, there's a cultural bit to it.
Yeah.
That if you wear the Fugu, it means
You're a
you're
warrior.
ready, you're a warrior.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I understand why it's heavy.
I know, right?
It's weighing on me.
You can cash out with us this morning, *439# Harriet. Put the code on the screen so those of our friends and family who have not played yet will be reminded to play. And you're choosing option 2, which is the TV3 option. You're playing as many times as possible so you can win for yourself a cool 2,000 Ghana cedis. That's going out to 3 people this morning. 2,000 Ghana cedis going out to 3 of you this morning. So play as many times as possible. And you know Valentine's Day is on Saturday. So that means that on Friday, we're having the mega Valentine jackpot right here on TV3 Newday. Friday is going to be very, very special. So how about you win some money today so you can use some of the money to play on Friday. Friday, I'm bringing you a very delicious, sumptuous package for you to cash out. So please start playing and start getting your monies together. Now, this Valentine weekend, love lives at Accra City Hotel. Make it a complete romantic escape with your Valentine's vacation for only 2,040 Ghana cedis. Now, you enjoy an overnight stay in an elegant queen room with breakfast for 2 from February 13th to February 15th. Now, Friday, the 13th of February is Kizomba in the city, of course, and then chocolate edition, free entry, 7 p.m. with special cocktails created just for the night. Now, Saturday, which is the main Valentine's Day, you have your day, you have dinner as well. You have music serenading you, indulge in a romantic buffet, enjoy live band performances, and receive complimentary chocolates for couples starting from 6 p.m. And then Sunday, the lunch buffet with a live band from 12:30 p.m. in the afternoon, featuring a wide selection of delicious local dishes. Now, later that evening, you unwind with classics by the pool, where guests get to watch classic Ghanaian movies under the stars from 6:30 p.m. on Sunday evening. Absolutely free on Sunday, with snacks and drinks available for purchase. Now, this Valentine weekend, celebrate love, music, food, and unforgettable memories all in one place, Accra City Hotel. Now, it's located on Barnes Road, directly opposite the Octagon. To make reservations, these are the numbers to call: 0577 600 444, 0577 600 444, or 0302 633 863. Accra City Hotel, where love takes center stage. Well, Karim Zito is still trending in the world of sports for the right reasons or the wrong reasons. We're about to find out here on Sports. You're welcome back, and Mutala Yakubu is here with all the latest in the world of sports. Yeah. Mutala, would you people let Karim Zito breathe? There are fundamental issues in Kotoko. You understand?
Yeah,
so it's not just him. And he's been coach of the team for just about a year. Yeah. And his records are clean. Fine. I mean.
Oh, it's Kotoko. It's similar to Hartlepool.
Hey,
when
the pressure is a lot.
There's a lot of pressure that comes with it. If the results are not consistent, you would be shown the exit door. And the signs were clear on the wall. Right. It was inevitable after results went south. For some time now. Right. Kotoko fans were agitated. And I think the final nail in the coffin was that weekend's defeat to Aduana, where they exited the FA Cup. And Zito had to go. Not had to go. They had to hold a meeting on Monday. Then the IMC told Zito that, your results are not good enough. So what do you want to see? So back and forth, they came to a resolution that he has to step aside. Right. And he says that he has now resigned as the head coach. But it came as a surprise because in a few days' time, they are playing Hartlepool.
Sally, on the 15th?
Yeah, on the 15th.
In Kumasi?
Just the day after Valentine. They are playing Hartlepool in Kumasi. And you're wondering why a club like Kotoko would take such a decision when a crucial game like that is before them. But they've made their decision. Now, the assistant coaches will be taking over Prince Yaousu and Hamza Obain. And there's more in this following report concerning Zito and his exit.
Have taken decisive action to fill the void left by Karim Zito ahead of their crucial clash with rivals Hartlepool. The Porcupine Warriors have named assistant coaches Prince Yao Usu and Hamza Obain as interim managers to steer the team through the remainder of the season. The club parted ways with Zito following a run of disappointing results, a situation worsened by their MTN FA Cup round of 16 exit to Aduana FC last Sunday. An emergency meeting by Kotoko's interim management committee immediately after the defeat led to their decision to end the partnership. Zito initially joined the club in April 2025 as technical director before stepping in as interim head coach following Prosper Nate Ogum's departure. With 6 matches left in the 2024-25 campaign, he guided Kotoko to MTN FA Cup glory and a 4th place league finish. He also lifted the Champion of Champions trophy against Bibiani Gold Stars, raising hopes for a strong new season. However, the 2025-26 season has proved challenging, with inconsistent league performances leaving Kotoko 5th on the table, 8 points behind leaders Mediama, while the FA Cup elimination ended another realistic shot at silverware. With the super clash against Hartlepool looming, Kotoko will be counting on a morale-boosting victory to revive their title push. Former midfielder Michael Lekufo remains confident the club can still challenge for the crown.
They need a fresh brain to take over. And they are also capable. And then Empire support I don't already know. Objective of the team from the beginning of the season was to win the league. We are still in contention because we still have a lot of games to go. Just that we have to start winning and then make sure when we go away we get good results. I beat me up. We never say never. And we are Kumasi and Kotoko.
He also added that Zito leaving the club is best for both parties. Owusu and Obain now step into the spotlight with renewed belief, hoping to spark a turnaround as they prepare to lead Kotoko into one of Ghana football's biggest fixtures.
To look out for on the 15th. Is it a Saturday? No, 15th.
Sunday.
Yes,
15th
it's Sunday.
It's a
yeah,
Sunday
a day after Val's Day. Okay.
So it's a Sunday.
All right. I'm rooting for Kotoko. I've said it a number of times. My brother, Rashid Adams, is with Hartlepool. So that day, I don't know who have the remote control. But it is what it is.
Well, so Zito gone. That is the thing.
The Lord will help us.
He was paid very well.
The Lord will help us.
Paid very well.
Good.
Kotoko coaches are paid well.
Yeah.
Very well. He was actually the highest paid coach in Ghana. That is why they are saying that on Sunday they will rise to the occasion. Good morning to Alaji Gruza.
Yes, good morning to you, Alaji. Well, still on Kotoko. Who says he wants to play
Albert Amwa, he's been talking. Before he left the shores of Ghana to Libya, he was one of the players that a lot of people were rooting for to be part of the Black Star squad. He went to Libya, things did not work. He's come back to Ghana. Okay. He started scoring again, and he says that it will be a dream to be part of the Black Star squad for the World Cup.
Every player will be happy to be part of the Black Stars. So I think I'm a Ghanaian, so if I will be part of the Black Stars team, I think I'll be very happy. Well, yeah, I'm also a player. I think so far as I'm Ghanaian and I'm playing, I think everyone deserves a chance. So I think if it comes that I should go and play, I'll be ready to take that task.
Well, we don't know what your opinions are, but I'm sure it's very divisive on this one.
Well, he went to Libya. He came back just 3 weeks ago.
And how many goals has he scored
so far? He scored 2 for them.
Well, the man, his instincts are telling him
and we
that
have
he's
about
ready
13
for the
matches to end the season. So maybe within the 13 games, he can score like 10. I mean, who knows? And be part of the Black Star squad. Otuado is watching the local league. So if you impress, then you have a chance of being in there. Because the door is not shut on anyone. Even Andrea, you cry, most people think say on can be, you know. Otuado said that the door is not shut. Once you're a Ghanaian and you are good enough, even you, Cookie, if you are good enough, they open the door for you.
Thank you that you mentioned my name. Just that I won't be on the pitch. I'll be on the peripherals supporting my men.
Yeah.
All right. I think we have to close with the English Premier League.
Yep, we can go to England because it looks like Chelsea and Man United are behaving like twins.
Oh.
They sack the managers around the same time. They go on to win the same number of games. Then they draw on the same day. I mean, it's like they are playing a mini league of their own. Yesterday, it was a big game for Chelsea against Leeds United. And when also due to your Leeds and Everton lost at home to Bournemouth by 2-1. With Tottenham, Mohamed Kudus's Tottenham, things not going as planned. He's been injured for a long time. Yeah, and we are hearing he will be back maybe, hopefully, next month. And that will be good for the Black Stars as well. They also lost by 2-1 against Newcastle. Kudus's absence, the coach has admitted,
it's really affecting
them because he was really an outlet for Tottenham Hotspur. But there are games today.
We do it morning and evening. Now we have to do it morning, afternoon, evening. I'll see a number 3 times a day.
He needs to come home and get treatment. So today there are games as well because Brighton and Hove Albion will be playing Aston Villa, with Burnley also engaged in Crystal Palace. Fulham would be at the Craven Cottage as they take on Manchester City, with Wolverhampton Wanderers playing at Nottingham Forest. Liverpool, they would have a big game against Sunderland. Then tomorrow, Brentford will take on Arsenal. So, Mohamed Kudus here, man, in Brentford, because we need him for the World Cup. But it's something that we can't compromise on. And this is the fan I was talking about.
So that's this one is going to go a lot more.
So we had gone 4 games, 4 consecutive games with a win, and he was waiting for the 5th game so that he could cut this one off. So he'll need...
no, but he looks like a very fine boy. So either braids or maybe if he locks it, befatano.
Well, he says that his mom doesn't like this kind of hair. So he's waiting for Manchester United to do him that favor. And it didn't happen. So he has to wait another 5 weeks to see if they can win 5 consecutive games to be able to cut this one off.
Very critical.
Well,
we wish them the very best.
Of course.
Mutala Yakubu, thank you very much. I'll be waiting for more updates tomorrow and Friday. But we didn't talk about basketball.
Well, there was an NBA game played yesterday. San Antonio Spurs, they were in action. And the man from France has done it again. Victor Wembanyama scoring about 40 points for the Spurs. And it was a good one for them as they dominated the Lakers. So it means that with their conference, San Antonio Spurs currently are second and are looking to win the NBA. But it's not going to be an easy one for them because the Lakers are not giving up on their chase. But Victor Wembanyama showing how great he is. He is one of the best NBA players at the moment. He's around 7'5" tall.
Victor Wembanyama. Originally from where?
Originally from Kenya.
Okay.
But he was born in France. So he plays for the French national team. So that is what happened. The Spurs beating the Lakers.
All right, Mutala Yakubu, thank you very much. It's still TV3 Newday. Don't take off this outfit. It looks very good. Clifford, you should do some photos for him before he takes it. He takes it off anyway. You can win 2,000 Ghana cedis. That's going to 3 different people this morning. So it means that you're winning 3,000 Ghana cedis each just by dialing *439# if you're a Telecel or MTN subscriber. Please keep playing and play as many times as possible. That's how you increase your chance of winning and winning big today. But on Friday, a day before Valentine's Day, is the big love one here on TV3 Newday. Me shawa say, as they say in Twi, and I me bo koko say on Friday it will be very, very big. So please make sure you cash out with us big on Friday. In the meantime, today, 3 of you can win 2,000 Ghana cedis. But let's take a breather. When we come back, we'll start dishing out the money.
Why settle for a bouquet when you can have a vacation?
Join us at the Chill River Resort in Cape Town,
where the world stops and the focus is entirely on the 2 of you, just you and your lover.
From the 13th of February to the 15th,
we're leaving the chaos of a crowd behind for a weekend of intimacy and play.
Think boat cruise,
the heat of a bonfire, and the kind of serenity that lets you explore every moment together.
Limited rooms are available for just 2,200 Ghana cedis only to enjoy 2 nights of luxury and pleasure,
inclusive of special decor, candlelight dinner, and wine on arrival for you.
The room is ready. Are you?
Visit mgtix.africa
or call 054-788-6258 to book now.
Your most intimate Valentine yet is waiting. Why settle for a bouquet when you can have a vacation?
Join us at the Chill River Resort in
Why settle for a bouquet when you can have a vacation?
Join us at the Chill River Resort in Cater.
Where the world stops and the focus is entirely on the two of you, just you and your lover.
From the 13th of February to the 15th,
we're leaving the chaos of a crowd behind for a weekend of intimacy and play.
Think boat cruise,
the heat of a bonfire, and the kind of serenity that lets you explore every moment together.
Limited rooms are available for just 2,200 Ghana cedis only to enjoy 2 nights of luxury and pleasure,
inclusive of special decor, candlelight dinner, and wine on arrival for you.
The room is ready. Are you?
Visit mgtix.africa
or call 054-788-6258 to book now.
Your most intimate Valentine yet is waiting. Why settle for a bouquet when you can have a vacation?
Join us at the Chill River Resort in Cater.
Where the world stops and the focus is entirely on the two of you, just you and your lover.
From the 13th of February to the 15th,
we're leaving the chaos of a crowd behind for a weekend of intimacy and play.
Think boat cruise,
the heat of a bonfire, and the kind of serenity that lets you explore every moment together.
Limited rooms are available for just 2,200 Ghana cedis only to enjoy 2 nights of luxury and pleasure,
inclusive of special decor, candlelight dinner, and wine on arrival for you.
The room is ready. Are you?
Visit mgtix.africa
or call 054-788-6258 to book now.
Your most intimate Valentine yet is waiting. Why settle for a bouquet when you can have a vacation?
Join us at the Chill River Resort in Cape Town,
where the world stops and the focus is entirely on the two of you, just you and your lover.
From the 13th of February to the 15th,
we're leaving the chaos of a crowd behind for a weekend of intimacy and play.
Think boat cruise,
the heat of a bonfire, and the kind of serenity that lets you explore every moment together.
Limited rooms are available for just 2,200 Ghana cedis only to enjoy 2 nights of luxury and pleasure,
inclusive of special decor, candlelight dinner, and wine on arrival for you.
The room is ready. Ours you?
Visit mgtix.africa
or call 054-788-6258 to book now.
Your most intimate Valentine yet is waiting. Why settle for a bouquet when you can have a vacation?
Join us at the Chill.
Clip there, but yes, you're still here on Newday on TV3. Let me remind you that this Valentine weekend, love lives at Accra City Hotel. So make it a complete romantic escape with our Valentine staycation, really, for only 2,000 Ghana cedis. Enjoy an overnight stay in our elegant queen room with breakfast for 2 rooms, February 13th to 15th of February. Remember, Friday, 13th February is the Kizomba in the City Lounge. Chocolate edition, free entry from 7 p.m. with special cocktails created just for the night. Saturday, the 14th of February, which is actually Valentine's Day, there is a Valentine's Day dinner and serenata. Indulge in a romantic buffet. Enjoy live band performances and receive complimentary chocolates for couples starting from 6 p.m. And on Sunday, lunch buffet with live band from 12:30 p.m. featuring a wide selection of delicious local dishes. Later in the evening, unwind with classics by the pool where guests get to watch classic Ghanaian movies under the stars from 6:30 p.m. Absolutely free with snacks and drinks available for purchase. Now, this Valentine weekend celebrates love, music, food, and unforgettable memories all in one place. That's the Accra City Hotel. That is the location on the Barnes Road, directly opposite the Octagon. To make reservations, you can call now 0577 600 444 or 0302 633 863. Accra City Hotel, where love takes the center stage. You're still here on Newday on TV3. I'm reminding you that in the last few days, we've been bringing you stories about the state of our market. Yes, and we'll bring you a special report very shortly. But again, your faves are back for another PM Extra Reunion, showing soon on Adisa Plus. All that has happened from Big Mama's house to real-life dramas, the extended moments behind the scenes. Yes, hit, real reactions, plenty just exclusive and live on only Adisa Plus. Download the app now to watch. Now let's go to the actually the Western region now in Kwanta and bring you that story about the state of our market.
On a typical Wednesday, Agunan Kwanta Market trumps with more than the scent of smoked fish and fresh peppers. The air pulses with the sound of bargaining voices. The trample of trucks and the shuffle of feet navigating a maze of stalls. This lively disorder has long defined the market, one of the Western region's busiest trading hubs. This is the Agunan Kwanta Market, a major trading center in the Hunter West municipality of the Western region, serving communities within the assembly and beyond. Goods available here range from foodstuffs, which are usually brought in fresh by farmers for sale, to electrical gadgets and all things one can purchase in a traditional Ghanaian market. Located just by the roadside, any overspill means a serious traffic congestion on the major highway, which is also an international route, part of the N1 to Elibo and Ivory Coast and beyond. But in recent weeks, a new sound has cut through the familiar chaos. The whine of electric saws and the bang of hammers. In an attempt to ease the traffic gridlock that has plagued the area for years, the Hunter West Municipal Assembly has introduced a strict enforcement measure, a red line painted 5 feet from the edge of the main road to mark a no-trade buffer zone. The directive, implemented after 6 months of consultations, prohibits vendors from displaying goods within the demarcated space. Officers of the municipality have been out in force, dismantling wooden stalls that straddle the red line. The result is a visibly tidier market front, a literal clearing of space and a symbolic push for order. Vehicular and pedestrian movement now flows more easily where congestion once ruled. Yet, not everyone views the development as a clean cut.
There is nothing I can do about this. I'm being threatened with the demolition of my structure. Whether or not I have the means, I'm supposed to find a way to remove it.
Understand what the assembly seeks to achieve. We only need more time, and preferably a definite date by which we are required to get off the roadside. Surprisingly, they carried out the evacuation order the day the announcement was made. We are already stressed. Where do we find the money to evacuate our belongings? Yes, our streets are free now, and so are the pavements, but we need more time.
Both sides now.
It is a problem for us. Many of the traders have been sitting under the scorching sun since morning. We are pleading with the local assembly to reduce the buffer zone. The directive is laudable. It will help those of us who are ordinary residents here. The traders had taken over the gutters and pavements which are meant to be used as walkways. For me, I support what the MC is doing. It's a good move. We don't even have space to park our vehicles, and pedestrians risk being knocked down if they use the main road. Some traders, forced to saw off portions of the structures, have complied with a surprising calm, pragmatic but pained. However, the clearance has unearthed a new hazard. Exposed sections of the roadside gutter, once concealed by stalls, are now covered with weak wooden planks that residents fear could give way. The traders installed the wooden slabs covering the gutters. Some are now threatening to remove them, which poses a major risk to pedestrians. In fact, when the road was first constructed, many people were injured because of open gutters. We agree that the traders need to move off the road, but what happens to these open gutters? Is the municipal assembly ready to cover them again? This morning, around Bedubonsu, an elderly woman got injured while walking over one of the wooden slabs. Unbeknown to her, it was already weak. If care is not taken, we may see a recurrence of the accident when the road was first built. The open gutters pose a serious risk to school children. I urge the assembly to take immediate steps to cover all these exposed gutters. Municipal Chief Executive Ebenezer Kofi Edu is unwavering. He sees the sawed-off stalls not as symbols of disruption, but as the first necessary cuts in a larger transformation.
Anyone who says it's a one-day wonder, maybe will be laughing at the right side of his mouth, because everybody knows the kind of MC that I'm here. I'm a very tough person. And in as much as I'm human-centered, I'm a leader, I need to listen. Once we have to make sure that the right thing is done, I stand on my principles and make sure that it is done. And a critical example is when the Galamsey fight that we are fighting. If you look at people who are fighting, some people say that, why have you taken this as if it's a World Cup? Yes, it's a World Cup for me because it's my KPI. So basically, how the president have trained us, the work that he has given us to do, is exactly what we are going to do. We came to reset Ghana, and that is it.
While at this, the assembly is preparing ground for the relocation of the traders as soon as the contract tendering processes for the construction of the 24-hour market are completed.
All this while, we've promised the people of Agram Kwanta to set up a market at the old market. So the best thing is that we can relocate them to a good place and then set the 24-hour economy market in the Aguna market. The consultants have already been here. I think yesterday they were even here together with the works engineers. They went to the field, and then the land side is suitable for all these things. That's why the tendering and everything has gone on. So I'm sure that very soon after tender, work will start. So this is where we are going to now intensify the stakeholders' engagement, the registration of the market women, who has what, and then the assembly itself. We have also started going to the new area where we'll be doing the relocation to see what we can do, because we need to provide sanitation facilities there. We need to give them water. We need to give them electricity before they can move there. And after, the demolition can go on.
Meanwhile,
And that report coming from Aguna Nkwanta Market in the Western region. And you can trust us that we'll bring you all the updates from the various markets across the country, just to ensure that we're able to get a bit more organized market. And Cookie, I'm sure you remember that sometimes when we've had market fires, you hear the fire service officials say that the structure of our market,
it lacks integrity.
The structures really affect how much they are able to go to these places and deal with the fires. Even the fact that before the fires, it's so disorganized that it easily sparks fires and all of that. So we do hope that as we're bringing you these updates, we're able to get to the place where it will be an established thing, where we have very good markets that have structures, making it easy, preventing fires.
Structure is really important.
And also making it easy when there's a fire. For
structure is really important because let's take a look at Kantamanto. Unfortunately, count the number of times that Kantamanto has been on fire. But in our local palace, what do they use to share the fufro? It's just like very flimsy materials, you know, cheap woods here and there. There's no proper structure to construct stalls for people to be in with proper electric wiring and all of that. So it's the same story year on year. So it's the same thing that happens all the time.
Saturday, I decided to go to Makola. And do you know that the women have breached, or the traders have breached the red line again? They have put their
in the middle of the road
again.
They are in the middle of the road. I remember, I think about 2 weeks ago, when 9 pence and the team and I, when we were going to the Accra train station, Beatrice, it took us almost 2 hours.
Oh, the day you were there?
Yes, just to get to the train station, because the entire, listen, there's no access. You don't have access at all.
Crazy.
They are in the middle of the road.
The pavements, the roads, all.
It's
So
just, I don't
but
know.
I thought the last time the Greater Accra Regional Minister Lindo
I don't know.
plus the mayor, both of them were there, I remember her saying that they had given them enough grace period because they thought that during Christmas they will be able to sell all their wares.
This is Ghana.
And just Saturday,
we'll be back.
They are back in the roads.
We will be back. If you sack us 100 times, we'll come back 100 times. It's the Ghanaian mentality, and something really needs to be done about it. So as we've embarked on this campaign, we really do hope that, duty bearers and stakeholders are really listening and paying attention to some of these things. I mean, the market women will cry and always say, yeah, we understand. But unless we introduce these type of stringent structures, Ghana will still be the same every day. It will be the same story every day. So one needs to be done, must be done well. That's what I say all the time.
I think that we should just really have established markets in our communities.
We should.
So that people do not travel all the way to come to Accra and make the place congested.
It's the mindset also that must change. Anyway, we'll bring you a lot more on that later on. But moving into other things, I had a discussion with Kojo Entry last Friday. It was one of my legendary interviews ever. Many of you loved it. Everybody actually loved it. I missed you that day. You were not here. And this is his memoir. Yes, and he's launching on Friday. He mentioned here that he'll be launching this on Friday at the Labadi Beach Hotel, 6:30 p.m. on Friday, but it's strictly by invitation. And I'm sure most of you out there have received your invitations already. So if you've already received your invitation to this launch of Kojo Entry's memoir, Mr. Music Man, The Journey, please make sure that you are at the Labadi Beach Hotel Friday, 6:30 p.m. for the launch.
I mean,
it's a beautiful
been timeless.
book.
I've followed him from childhood. He's been timeless.
So please it's just reminding you, please be there on Friday. Copies of this book will be on display. Buy for your friends and family. Listen, you cannot know the man enough until you read this. And he says this is even like 5% of the things that he needs us to know.
Oh, wow.
Just 5%. Wow. And other ones will come subsequently. But please make sure you are part of this book launch Friday, this very Friday, the 13th of February.
You know, the last time I met him, I told him that one of my favorite songs from him is Pour Some Sugar.
Oh, yeah?
And he said,
Hey, you are love,
why?
baby.
Why
Hey,
is that
pour
one?
some sugar. Pour some sugar. My favorite is Kakai.
Yeah,
we sang it together the other day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, let's have some reminders going out this morning.
We're in February and it's still the month of love. So love deserves more than a day. It deserves an unforgettable escape. And this Valentine's, experience the 3 Extra Vows a Day Escape. An exclusive retreat from February 13th to the 15th at the luxurious Chill River Resort in Keta. Join PMX stars Bogdan and Naya as they bring the magnetic chemistry to the serene riverside haven of refined luxury and intimate moments. Limited slots available, so book now at mgtakes.africa or call 054-788-6258. Now, this Valentine's, choose the 3 Extra Vows Day Escape, and you get to enjoy the best. Remember, it's not just a day, it's an entire month. Now, if you're planning your next trip, whether it's for holidays, business, study abroad, or family travel, let EAS Tours take the stress out of your journey. They offer professional flight bookings, travel consultations, visa assistance, and personalized travel support to ensure everything is handled smoothly from start to finish. Yes, so travel with confidence, clarity, and peace of mind by choosing EAS Tours. Call or WhatsApp now on 024-535-778 today to speak to a travel expert. Get expert guidance and start planning your next trip the easy way. Now, with EAS Tours, you can travel and pay later in 12 months. No initial deposit, no interest. EAS Tours to the whole Wiase. So you want to take advantage of this and ensure that you enjoy this very period. Now, love doesn't always end. Sometimes it just pauses. This February, Sri FM brings you 3 Lounge Connection as Love Month, a special segment creating space for exes, lovers, or potential lovers to reconnect, test, or allow new sparks to form. I'm just laughing because I saw what happened yesterday. Now, it's real stories, real relationships, real emotions, real moments, and real love conversations. Sri Lounge Connection, reconnecting the dots of love from February 2nd to the 13th. To participate, send your entries to the WhatsApp numbers 053-2200-927 or 055-655-4833 and get connected, whether it's with your ex or trying to get new ones.
Well, Queen Star Training Institute, formerly NASUMA School of Excellence, formal and not formal education. And now they have 3 months, 6 months, and 1 year weekend intensive courses available for you. They just don't do catering. There's fashion as well. There's decoration, cosmetology, and media courses. First 50 students will get a discount. So you need to apply now. Here's the number to call: 0243 44 9046. 0243 44 9046. It is the School of Excellence. Make sure you enroll now. And this June will be spectacular. So if you're dreaming of watching the 2026 FIFA World Cup live in the USA, Canada, or Mexico, let the visa stress and everything be taken off you and be handled at Touchdown Travels. They guide you step by step from documentation to interview preparation so you can cheer your team live and colored. So Touchdown Travels, your stress-free travel agency for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. They are located at the LOC building at Dabraka. This is the number to call, 0593 434175, 0593 434175. Touchdown Travels, we handle the journey, you enjoy the moment. All right, getting into some birthdays now. Before we do, the moment you've been waiting for is finally here. This Sunday at exactly 5 p.m. we'll unveil the contestants of Talented Kids. Have you seen them? My goodness, it is something else. New faces, new faces, big talents, bold dreams, who will ultimately emerge winner of this season. Well, your guess is as good as mine. The real journey starts this very Sunday. So set your reminder, get the family, and don't blink, because the next superstar could be unveiled right in front of you. Talented Kids Season 17, contestants unveiling, 5 p.m. Sunday, live here on TV3. Talented Kids, free to play. Of course, we are first in news, best in entertainment, and we are good for it.
Like, what did their parents eat? Their mothers eat when they were pregnant.
It's not Izzo at all. It's not Izzo. Well, moving into birthdays, Akosia, my girl, on the Cookie Tea WhatsApp group, happy birthday to you. But yes, retired nurse Nancy Opare, happy birthday. It's you're in Koforidia. God bless you. It's from your grandchildren, everybody in the family wishing you well. Is that the only birthday, Dabio? We've got a lot of birthdays today. Let's keep it rolling, ladies and gentlemen, in the back. Natalie. Is this Natalie, the musician or something? It could be. Well, happy birthday to you, Natalie. Esenam Amedosu, happy birthday. Very simple photo shoot. Enchiwa Santinyakon, Nyamisha Bibre, Nyamisha Unfiso. ASP Constance, MFA Wawi of Insta1 Female Prisons, happy birthday. Dasibre Kofi Nelson, happy birthday. Eunice Boachi sent in that one. Dr. Jones Opoku Ware, happy birthday to you.
Criminologist.
I know, right? Wow. Okay, let's move on to Eric and T. Boating, PRO for Kwadaswa Municipal Assembly, happy birthday. Gertrude Corte of Cortea Logistics, Accra Airport, happy birthday, ma'am. Inshuraba Akesi Athiaba, I hope I got that correctly. It's from your entire family and Samira. Okay. Caroline Koidu, happy birthday to you, ma'am. Paula Anapola Benita, I think so. Happy birthdays from Jeffrey Boating. Faustina Akusia Papo, live long, is from Mercury One. May the good Lord bless you, Akosia. Akosia, this one is a special one from me and the entire Cookie Tea WhatsApp group. You are very, very serviceable. I don't take you for granted at all. Happy birthday, Akosia. Well, here's where we draw the curtains down for today. Remember, this memoir launch is on Friday, 6:30 p.m. at the Labadi Beach Hotel. We'll say goodbye now.
Yes.
Tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. we will be back. This has been our special Fugu Day edition of TV3 Newday. Enjoy the rest of our programming.
I can reach every woman in my spirit.